KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Here we go, Monday, January 20th, 2025. Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr. The Travis and DeMarco Show is on for this MLK Monday and Inauguration Monday. Oh, and a Rams Reaction Monday. Yes, yesterday at the Link in frosty Philadelphia. Don't know if the Rams were quite prepared for a snow game, but that's what it turned into in the second half. And yet, Matthew Stafford. And the Rams got so close.
Stafford from the shotgun in this divisional round. Playing for another week in the postseason. Matthew lets it go right side. Incomplete. Out of bounds. No penalty flags are down. And the Eagles will win. Sean McVay furious running down the sideline to give it to this officiating crew.
But in the end, the Eagles pull out the divisional playoff game. They move to the NFC Championship game while we will begin to ponder what is next for our Los Angeles Rams. Have the Lakers pondered anything after getting annihilated last night by the Clippers at Intuit Dome? We'll discuss. And the World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers, what move will they make today? It's like a move every day, right? All of that, plus we'll find out how producer Emily survived that 12-hour TikTok ban. Let's do it Monday, a Rams Reaction Monday, a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday on the Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Right now. Yeah. Happy MLK Day.
Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Bummer. Rams season comes to an end.
Yeah.
Day after.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Em, you're all right on the TikTok? I know you'd already turned the corner yesterday. You're good?
I'm very good. I'm okay.
Good to hear. Buenos dias, Jorge.
Hey, buenos dias.
I don't like you jumping around yesterday during the Rams broadcast. Your Niner fandom was annoying yesterday.
No, I was hoping they got it.
Yeah.
I went in there like, let's go. Come on.
I don't know.
I've heard that before. Niner fans were jumping on board. That's cool.
Listen.
Rep in California.
Believe him right now, do you?
I've seen this. I heard from a few Niner fans. They were actually rooting for the Rams.
He's lying to you.
Oh, he's lying?
Yeah, he's
you
lying
weren't?
to you.
You rooting for the Eagles?
Have fun in
How
Cabo.
dare you?
How was the de-icing?
On the plane?
Yeah.
Oh, it sucked. Yeah, another two. I got something, the fat guy thing.
Go.
So they bring snacks on the charter, right?
Okay.
So there's two sides.
What do they bring?
Like they got healthy snacks, like oven baked chips, some rolled gold pretzels, peanuts with fruit mixed in them. So
Sounds good.
But they were only going down one side, right?
Not your side.
Not our side, the other side. And I'm starving. But there's like a box of them up front.
Oh.
But it's like right next to right next to the brass. And I'm like, do I seem like the fat guy on the plane?
You're good. Like you could look at DeMarco. Let me starving. Let me give you this is the truth. I'm not telling you this because I like you, because you're my co-host or anything. It's just the truth. You're not the fat guy anymore.
But we're always the fat guy.
I know that
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Working hard.
I struggle with it too, and I
feel sexy.
I went to see the eye doctor several months ago or whatever, and I'm not going to get into the details of my health history, but I have something going on with one of my eyes.
Oh no!
And he's like usually this only happens to people that are overweight, and you're not overweight. And I'm like, yes! Like
there
it's the first time that somebody's ever said that to me. So I'm saying it to you.
We've been overweight.
Of course
we're still that guy.
And in my head, I'm still a big fat pile of goo.
But aren't you shocked when you see yourself in the? Oh, I look pretty good.
Yes. Go get the snacks.
Okay, I was almost there. I was praying somebody else. There was another big dude in front of me. He's in the video department. He's like 6'5", 300 pounds. So we both struggle. He's right in front of me.
That's a big
on
man.
A plane. Right. So I know he's dying too.
Just send him up there for two.
I am whispering. I'm like, dude, those peanuts sound good right now.
Have you ever had peanuts and they weren't good?
No, but I'm like,
not.
I wanted him to be first, be my fullback, go up. Yeah, so
I waited. Hole for me.
Hey, please do it. I waited and waited. I just never did. But it took like 2.5 hours to get off the ground.
Oh,
yeah. Watched Varsity Blues.
Okay.
And Jerry Maguire.
I got two before the plane left.
Before the plane left.
Oh my god.
The edited version of Jerry Maguire.
That's
Yeah.
Edited versions of everything kind of suck.
They cut out some of the best parts.
Yeah, they kind of suck.
Yes, suck though.
Did you try the plastic bag on your feet thing?
Almost. Okay. I was so mad at myself because the weather was weird. The
tell me
first
about
half, not so bad.
Yeah.
It was cold, but not like New York cold. New York was cold.
How cold was it? Like in the 30s?
Yeah, but
okay.
like
cold,
you
but
would
not
know.
Brutal.
Emily would know. Does it snow in Virginia?
Yes.
Okay, so those days where it snows, but it's like 30 degrees. It's not that bad.
Yeah, there are definitely days where it's snowing outside. It's not. It's too warm for it to stick, and so it's like warm enough outside.
Stuck last night.
Well,
It did.
at first it wasn't. So I'm wearing
The first half.
Nikes and a couple
you
pairs
were
of socks.
sneakers?
I was good. I didn't get really bad. My toes got really cold again.
Yeah.
In the at the end of the fourth quarter.
Okay.
So I didn't really need the bags, but I had them on hand. I really did. I didn't even need my rain boots. Yeah.
Did you have your gloves?
I had my gloves.
Okay.
Oh, lifesaver.
Beanie? Okay.
I was layered. I was good. It
All
wasn't
right.
that bad though. It wasn't horrible.
What about the second half when all of a sudden the snow started to pile up?
It got weird, man, because your son was there, right?
He was.
What did he say about the snow? Because it wasn't really snow. It was like little ice chips.
Yeah. He said it. He said
Felt like
exactly what
hail.
you said. He goes, it was cold, but it wasn't unbearably
Yeah.
cold. He said exactly. He goes, the only part that kind of sucked is my feet got cold. He had boots on, but he said the second you started moving around again, you were fine.
You were cool. I was kicking around.
Yeah.
But the little ice pellets that came down, it was like almost hail, but it was snow. And the third quarter was okay when it looked like salt on the field.
Yeah, it looks slippery as
Once
hell.
we moved over into the fourth, and I guess it started to melt a little like ice does.
Okay.
It became slick, and now it's a slush fest everywhere. So
Yeah.
my feet got cold, and then all of a sudden, everybody on the field started slipping or dropping the ball.
Yeah, it was. We'll get into all the details and the plays and the moments and everything
I
else.
wanted
and
those. I needed those pretzels so bad, bro. I just like.
okay, can I on MLK Day? I feel a little weird asking this, but can I just
Go ahead.
ask? I was told by two of my former black co-hosts that black people don't eat pretzels.
Who said that?
LZ.
What kind of
LZ and
ridiculous
Key,
thing
yeah.
is that? LZ said that.
and
LZ
Key.
and Key.
Both of them, because when
Really?
I got a bag of pretzels out of the thing, and I'm eating them.
Ooh, I almost said something. I almost said something like, "Man, please."
And they said to me like, "Oh, white guy food." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like,
No.
"I'm eating pretzels," and they're
No.
like, "Yeah, we don't
That
eat
is-
those." I'm
that
like,
is-
"What are you talking? Do you remember
And
this?"
they looked at each other like, oh, look at
That
this
is almost as dumb as white people tacos.
Yeah.
That's all. That's stupid.
That's why when you said pretzels, I'm like, okay.
I eat pretzels. A
I
lot
do
of people
too.
I know eat pretzels.
yeah.
Never mind. Let's just move on. Let's not get stuck there. Unreal. Unreal.
I didn't make this up, right?
I did not.
Okay. Okay. Good.
No, they did. I think they were messing
love
with you.
pretzels.
I think they were messing with you.
You know,
Yeah.
no.
That's like all black people can dunk.
No. They were not messing with me.
Really?
No.
No,
Jorge.
they were dead. No, they were serious.
They don't speak for everybody.
I know
That's
they
for
don't.
them.
That's why I'm asking you to now I have
Oh my
data
God.
points, multiple data points.
Yes, up there in the in Philadelphia, they had the best pretzels in the press box.
Like
that
the
I ever had.
crunchy ones or the soft ones?
They were crispy on the outside, so tender on the inside, just the right amount of salt, and they had like 4 different kinds of mustard.
Let's go. Let me guess.
Yeah.
Yellow,
Yep.
honey,
Yep.
Dijon,
Yep.
stone ground.
Uh-huh. Right there.
I'm basically a mustard sommelier.
DFAR
Like-
is 1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
I'll take
and
them all.
dip, and dip, and dip.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, it was so good.
Like dip, or like you quadrupled
pull
up
it.
on.
It
okay.
was like
Yeah, yeah.
it was so big you just pull pieces and just dip and eat. Oh, so good. That
That
was my
sounds
pregame.
amazing.
like
So
going
that was the
downstairs.
pregame.
That's
and
it?
I didn't eat until I got on the
Oh,
plane.
no wonder you wanted to eat on the plane.
Starving. I needed those pretzels bad.
Dude, do they not come through and give you that little cruddy airplane
No,
meal
they
or
do,
anything?
and they're great. The flight attendants are all great, but it just seemed like on our side they just kind of forgot about our side. But they were right there. I could see them,
Ding!
like
hit the button
10
over
seats
your
up,
head.
all right there, and
Excuse me,
I couldn't do it.
Miss, ma'am.
Yes.
Is there any way we can get those pretzels
See,
and snacks
I would
on
rather
this side of the
starve
plane?
than be the fat guy. I'm not
You're
going to be
not.
first.
You're good. You
and
look
I was
great.
starving.
You
Thank
look
you very
great.
much.
You've done the work. Enjoy the pretzels, my friend.
Yes.
Okay, tell me if this is how you feel, because this is where I am after yesterday's loss to the Eagles.
Heartbroken.
Yeah, it was.
I've never seen a coach break like that. I've seen Vermeil cry, but that's what he does.
Yeah.
Vermeil cried well before he got to us. I've never seen McVay break like that.
When did he break?
After the game, talking to his team, telling how proud he is, how hard they fought, and then that's why I don't know if you, listening to the broadcast, it took forever to get to him for the post game, and I'm standing right there. I could see him. It just was a lot, and everything he said in the post game press conference, he was saying there, like, in his mind, it was 29-28. We're coming back to LA.
I thought so too.
Yeah,
I think anybody that's watched this team over the last several years, especially since Matthew Stafford's been here, We've seen that movie. We know how that movie ends, and it ends with them scoring a touchdown and them winning the game. And, they got the ball back. It was about 2 minutes to go.
Yep.
They needed a touchdown to win. And if you would have said to me at any point during the season, never mind when they're 1-4 and not playing good football and they're banged up, but if you would have said to me, even if they'd gone, 12-5 or whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you're going to be on the road in snowy Philadelphia. You're going to have the ball with 2 minutes to go. Matthew Stafford touchdown wins you the game. You want it?
Absolutely.
Hell yes.
100 times out of 100.
100 times out of 100, I would have taken it.
But I'm with you. I'm not calling my man out. I love him. He's been great. He said something yesterday, and I forgot to call him out. JB Long, the 2020 foursome. Talking about the D-line. Yeah. Instead of the fearsome foursome, the 2020 foursome. I'm like, damn, you should have come out with that earlier.
That's great.
That would stick, definitely. But even he called ball game. We're thinking as soon as Saquon broke, we're like, okay, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, Saquon breaks, and you're figuring they're going to kick the field goal, they're going to go up 14 or the PAT, and they missed it, and all of a sudden it's like, and then when the Rams scored right away, you're like,
bam,
hold on a second,
right?
They went down fast.
This is what this team is fast. This is what this team has been through all year. This is why like you said, when McVay he's processing what just happened because they didn't quit and they had a shot to win it.
Yeah,
coming down again. Yeah, and just came up a little bit short. Was that a PI? Because I was looking at the pass rush. The fourth down throw
to Puka?
To Puka.
No.
Did it have a chance? Because I was looking at the pass rush. I was by him.
Put it to you this way. There was never a point where I'm like, where's the flag? Sometimes when you watch it, you're like, hey, throw the, and then you watch it, maybe. It didn't feel
clean
like
throw. Did the pass have a shot to be caught?
Really. Not really.
Okay.
Are you talking about that final throw?
The
last throw.
It was too high.
Yeah, it was not good.
Miracle Puka toe tap catch, no chance at all.
I 1 in a million.
1 in a million.
1 in a million.
Okay.
When I asked Kirk about, because if you look at the play, Kyren's open. He turns around on time. He can catch the ball. There's probably 5 yards. Maybe he can get the first down. Maybe. But Kirk said it was a predetermined play. It was to Puka no matter what. Is that a thing?
I mean, you'd have to ask them about the predetermined play. But, I mean, guys miss guys, open guys. But if he's like, if you called it in the huddle, I'm calling this for Puka. I'm going to Puka. And you get the coverage you want and everything you've practiced, that's where you're going with the ball.
They missed it. I don't think it was a bad call. I think it wasn't a great throw.
Missed the last throw.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It was just, they just didn't connect. And this is kind of, we'll pick it up right here because we'll talk about both the game and the season. And this is where I've landed. I think it was a great season for the Rams, but it was an incredibly frustrating way to watch it end because they could have won that game. There were just enough mistakes. There were just enough Saquon plays, Jalen Hurts play, that if one of those plays goes a little differently, you're probably getting ready to host the NFC Championship game. It's a weird mix of that was a great year and something you can be proud of, and you know what? They should still be playing.
Yeah, you can be mad.
Yeah, it's both of those things. And then, of course, the question of who's coming back and who's not. That's coming up. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Today,
I still have a dream.
we celebrate
This nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed.
the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King
We
Jr.
hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
ESPN LA 710. For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
I'm just like the year of the snake, filled with charm, mystery, and grace. Whoops! Watch that step. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Lunar New Year freebie. Get a free Lucky Lunar New Year bracelet the 31st.
Number 2.
Ryan McKnight, live on Valentine's Day.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Lexus NX250. Be here on the 31st at 10 p.m. for your chance to win a Lexus.
Morongo, good times.
Insurance claim. Those two words used to instantly manifest a pit in my stomach. In fact, I get flashbacks of being lowballed and made to feel like a criminal. And of course, just being ignored. No insurance company is in a rush to fairly compensate clients, even though they unabashedly take our money every year. All of that's behind me now, and I'm never going back thanks to Avner Gatt. Dealing with insurance companies is all they do. Avner Gatt has one of the largest teams of professional licensed public insurance adjusters in California, and many of these people used to work for insurance companies. The team at Avner Gatt knows exactly how to handle your claim. You also have some Avner Gatt adjusters with experience in handling hazardous materials, where asbestos and lead testing was their profession. Some of them used to work at law firms handling bad faith claims. Trust me, they know how to deal with any insurance claim dispute. Avner Gatt covers all of Southern California with a real passion for helping people, which becomes all the more obvious when you realize Avner and his family are still the ones answering the phones. So whatever unfortunate occurrence led you to the insurance claim and subsequent abusive relationship, being lowballed, ignored, judged, know that Avner has your back. And if somehow I still haven't convinced you, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Call today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256 and online at avnergatt.com.
Hey, it's Steve Farr. If you're like me, you just don't want to watch the game. You want the best experience every time. That's why Absolute Sport is a game changer. VIP access to the biggest games, exclusive pregame parties, luxury hotels, whether it's courtside, ringside, or the 50-yard line, Absolute Sport makes sure you're there, not just watching, you're living the action. Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your next sporting experience absolutely unforgettable.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
All right, I've got the chips and soda covered. What about you?
I'm bringing chicharrones and the MVP, guac. Northgate Gonzalez Market makes the best guacamole. It's made fresh every day with quality ingredients, so it's always delicious. And the best part, they make it exactly the way I want it. I get extra jalapenos for me and no jalapenos for the kids. We both win.
Score a touchdown every time with guacamole from Northgate Gonzalez Markets. It makes every party a winner. The guacamole from Northgate Gonzalez Market. It's the flavor that unites us. Northgate Gonzalez Market. Every visit has a story.
Time out. Your body goals don't have an off season. GNC is ready to help you get a stronger start on the new year with help building more muscle and proven weight loss support. Need a boost? We're ready with GNC vitamins for your longest winter days. Want the best energy drinks? They're at GNC. Never tried creatine before? Get ready to be amazed. GNC coaches are ready to help you in stores everywhere, and you can shop our full collection of flavors and online exclusives at GNC.com. GNC, live well.
Something amazing is happening. Despite a citywide blackout, this company is still up and running. That's because CDW deployed and managed a cost-effective Eaton Triplite Series Smart Pro UPS to safeguard equipment easily and reliably. Keep the power on and protect your IT equipment from electrical challenges. Triplite by Eaton and CDW. Make amazing happen. Find out more at cdw.com/triplite.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
I want to get to the Rams right away.
This will be hotly debated.
But what, the catch at the end or the
now I
you think you
haven't
can get
seen
there?
it. Greg Bergman, my man, I love Greg to death. And this is so funny. Philadelphia fans, they're a bunch of fake tough guys. They are. They drive me crazy. I was wearing this hat, my Rams gear, at a Philadelphia bar when I texted you the Philly cheesesteak sandwich.
Looked pretty good, by the way.
Yeah, a whole bunch of little dudes.
Yeah.
Philadelphia fans, fly Eagles fly. They all look like Greg. Yeah, you can. Dead serious. Say what you want, but if I stand up, you're going to be the first one yelling for the police, right? So a bunch of tough dudes, a bunch of fake tough dudes. Not Greg is not fake tough guy. They just look like him.
I understand what
I'm
you're
using
saying.
him as a visual.
Yeah.
But yeah, just this right here, this last play going into the end zone, or the shot he took to Puka Nacua. Now that I see it from this angle, I don't know, man.
I do.
I mean, I wouldn't say penalty, but I think that is definitely catchable.
I 1 in a million. I just don't think he gets it. It's just it's this much too far.
I think he slipped out of the break and missed the timing. But
I agree with that. I think had the footing been better, we may be talking about something
New York
different.
When he made that toe tap.
No, he's great. I'm not blaming anybody.
No,
I just don't think that the ball was in a spot that he was going to get to under those conditions with that footing.
That's what I'm saying. I think that right there would have been that catch you saw in New York. I mean, that is very. I thought it was high and like out of.
No, it was.
What do you call it? Out of play?
Yeah, it was wide.
Let me look at it from a different angle, but hotly contested.
Yeah,
I see what they're looking at now. I was looking
disagree.
at the pass rush.
I don't see it like that. But let's start with this. Is this a successful season?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I agree with you. I think it's that, especially considering the way that it started at 1-4. They win a playoff game. You know, they go and give, I think, the team that's probably the odds-on favorite to go to the Super Bowl at this point everything they can handle.
I'm rooting for the Eagles from now on.
They had them on their heels. They had a chance to win that game, but it's also oddly dissatisfying because Kyren fumbles again. Saquon.
Was it him? Did you see the replay?
It got punched out. Look, it was a great play by Jalen Carter. It was DeMarco. It was almost
that one.
Yes,
I'm talking the other one on the stretch play.
The other one was more on Stafford.
He let it go.
The ball was like way up high on his chest.
The Jalen Carter, that's just the big bear.
Carter punched it out, and I'm not saying that it's easy to hold on to in that situation, but that was a momentum killer. Look, Stafford's fumble was a momentum killer. There were just enough moments where Jalen Hurts pops one for 40-plus yards. Saquon has a 60-yarder, another 70-yarder. That I'm not saying that Saquon's not going to have some big plays.
The banging the helmet going in was great cinema. In the snow?
Yeah.
You can sell tickets for years off that. But go ahead.
I'm conflicted. I'm like really ambivalent about what happened because I'm not like, we blew it. But at the same time, it feels like they should. I want to stop. What's one stop short of they should have won? Because I don't know if they should have, but they had a really good chance to.
Here's an unsuccessful season. San Francisco, Seattle, Arizona. Every team that missed the postseason is an unsuccessful season. The teams that make it to the dance, you're automatically in, depending on who you are. If you're a defending champ and you just make it to the playoffs, limp into it, it's not so good. Your
Detroit's not sitting around thinking they had a good season.
What was your expectation going into this year?
Yeah. No, I think that's a great point. But it's not just, hey, we defied the odds and got in. It's we defied the odds at 1-4 and got in. We won a game. Right? You won convincingly.
You beat a 14-win team.
Beat a 14-win team, and then you went on the road to play another 13-win team.
A
juggernaut. And you had a chance to win the game, and you made just enough mistakes. Like DeMarco,
you can be pissed at the end. It's fair to be pissed.
That's what I'm saying.
You can be mad at the end, but it does not take away that this was a successful season.
Had they lost 28-22, I agree with that. Had they lost 28-22 and not turned it over and not had and Saquon had just had a good day as opposed to a bonkers day. If Jalen Hurts doesn't run it in from 44 yards, he has a 14-yard touchdown run. Like, just all of those little things make you go, one of those plays goes a different way, and we're getting ready for the NFC Championship game.
Here in LA.
I know. It's hard to just turn the page on that like, hey, great season. It sucks that they got that close and missed it.
I want to frame this. This is part of the game book, and I love getting game books at the end. This is like the stats in the nutshell, the entire game, the play-by-play. I can read this on a plane like it's War and Peace. I do. I love this stuff. But I want to frame this because this has got to burn. 26 carries, 205 yards. He averaged almost 8 yards a carry and scored twice. That's Saquon Barkley.
You want some more numbers?
Oh, who?
Saquon.
Oh, go ahead.
Ready?
Yeah.
In the two times they played him, he ran for 460 yards. Okay, wait, I'm not done.
Right.
He had 534 all-purpose yards.
Oh, my God.
In 2 games.
Unbelievable.
I'm not done. He had 4 touchdowns.
Who did it?
Hold on. I'm not done.
Who broke his heart in L.A.?
I'm not done.
Yeah, why?
The shortest touchdown run that he had was 62 yards.
That's crazy. That's going to sting.
That's nuts.
That's going to sting.
That's nuts.
And I like how before that play happened, he looked to Jalen Hurts watch this.
Yeah. Have you seen that clip?
Bro, I can't tell you how hard it is when you have a running quarterback and a running back like this. It just because you're going to play with one less guy every single time because you have to honor the run.
Yeah.
So you're basically defending Saquon Barkley hat on a hat. So if I miss the gap by a half an inch, I could be in the gap and he still runs through it. It's just one of those things. And you're playing on his type of surface and his type of weather. Yeah, forget it.
I get it, and I don't disagree with a single thing you said. It still sucks.
It does suck.
It still
sucks. But you were kicking his butt sometimes.
That's
were
what's
after
so
his butt.
crazy.
Yeah.
And this is what I mean. I feel stupid saying this out loud.
Why?
If you just take away the two 70-yard runs, you had to really – but you can. He had two 70-yard runs.
Yeah, I know.
If you just take away Jalen Hurts' 40 – yeah, but he had it. And you can't take only the goods.
No.
But it just was – they did do a good job on Saquon, except for the fact that they gave up 530 yards to him in 2 games. That sounds ridiculous.
I want to make this into a birthday card and send this to Jared Verse every month.
Yeah.
Yeah, just remind yourself. And I love the fact. Here's what people in Philadelphia missed about Jared Verse when they were going after him and they were shouting some stuff. The guy's a heel. You know this.
Yeah.
This is what he loves.
Yeah.
You're giving him what he wants.
Of course.
The best thing to do
is... He balled
is...
out, by the way.
Huh?
He balled out.
Absolutely balled out. But this you're feeding into him. You're making him better by screaming stuff at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
I'm with you.
You're missing the whole point,
No,
Philadelphia.
That's the point. I try and I fall victim to it as much as the next guy. But when I know that somebody's trying to get me to react, I try very hard not to.
Well, he already
won. And that's
won.
exactly what he was trying to do, and he won.
Yeah, he sent the promo out. They bought it. That's a wrestler talking you into the arena.
Yeah.
And he's loving every minute. And he almost beat you. So
and that kid is special. That kid is so special.
He's going to be I told you. What do I keep saying about Jared Verse?
You're worried about paying him?
Enjoy him while you can because you won't be able to afford him.
I don't agree with that. I think that I'm going to use your own line against you. I'm going to pay special, and there's nothing about that doesn't seem special to me.
Okay.
He seems really special.
He's going to ask for quarterback money if he keeps going this way. Right. See, pause.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, look, if he's asking, so what is it? You'd have to pay him in 2 more years?
What's happening in Dallas with Micah Parsons?
Yeah. You have to pay him in 2 more years, right?
If you can get that
first
far.
rounder, you can buy the 5th year because he's a first round pick.
Yes.
So
then you start the franchise. Yeah, I know. Enjoy him. Enjoy him before you can
But you make it sound
him.
like he's out the door next year. He's going to be here, worst case scenario, 3 more seasons.
At 100. You got to get things. If he keeps going the way he's going, he's already special.
Yeah,
he's going to be one of the premier guys in the league, and you have to pay him premier money.
Of course.
So you have, I'd say, 3 years to make sure everything is set on the quarterback front before you start having to bump up against his paycheck.
Yeah, no, I hear you, and I'm not saying that it's not something that needs to be addressed ultimately, but I'm not worried about 3 seasons from now.
You should.
I'm not.
Okay, this dude's
these
going to
windows
Philadelphia
open and close really quickly.
But he's going to Philadelphia. He's rookie of the year.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only Pro Bowler this team has.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to Philadelphia, arguably the best line in the league, and was throwing them around like ragdoll.
No, I'm with you.
Blowing them up. None of them said a word to him.
Yeah.
Not even pushed, not shoved, nothing. They want no part of this kid. And he's a rookie.
Yeah.
Imagine what he's going to be like in year 2 and 3.
He's going to be terrific.
Bigger, stronger,
and
faster,
I'm going
and
to enjoy
better.
every minute of it.
Oh, my God.
And when it comes time to make the decision, then we'll make the decision. But the decision doesn't have to be made for a few years.
No, you better, but if you're smart, you'll be planning. Like, he's going to cost X. We're not going to let him go. We're going to keep him. Make sure we have other positions, other things set.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that the decision isn't. Look, and who knows what the number is by the time we get there. Let's say it's $40 million. Okay,
for him?
For him, right? I don't know. Let's see what the rest of the economics look like and what else you have.
Let me look at the list. Who's up next to get paid?
There's not a lot of guys that can do what he does.
No, how many?
He's Aaron Donald. He could be Aaron Donald.
Even worse, he's an edge guy.
Yeah,
yeah. They get paid a lot more money than interior dudes.
I would put it to you this way:
and he's versatile.
You know when you're a kid and you want something that's expensive, and your mom and your dad is like, "We're not getting that for you. You want that, you're gonna have to buy it yourself." And you start putting a little aside. I'm starting to put a little aside for him. I'm going to start to stack up some of that because I really can't envision him going. He's too good. You can't replace that.
That's the thing. It's like the young guys come along. Kobe Turner's one. Puka Nakua's the other. Jared Verse is definitely on that list. And then you start worried about the old guard. And where you put Stafford in that. But like Higbee, Kupp, all those guys, and Stafford, the older guys that have been making money.
Let's do that next, because I think the guys that you just mentioned, I think there are two. I think there's one easy call. I think there's one moderately difficult, and then I think there's one that's
if you
wildly
say cut
difficult.
Higbee, I walk out.
We're going to go through. I'm going to tell you which one's which. That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let's talk about my friends at NextGen. Of course, they're the official air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical team of SoCal sports fans. You know that. But as the wildfires, and again, the winds are getting ready to start blowing again this week, continue to affect the community here in Los Angeles, NextGen is stepping up to help those in need, right? At NextGen, they believe that it's more than just providing a service. They're a neighbor here in the community. So join us in making a difference by donating essential items to support Los Angeles fire relief efforts. NextGen is collecting essentials like bottled water, canned goods, non-perishable food, clothing to help families that need them. Every contribution helps, so help NextGen rebuild lives. Join them in their mission to provide relief and recovery by dropping off your donations at their Anaheim location now through January 31st. The Anaheim location is 5472 East La Palma Avenue in Anaheim. NextGen in Anaheim, 5472 East La Palma. Drop off anything that you can. We're talking water, canned goods, non-perishable food, clothing, what you can do. Go do that. 5472 East La Palma Avenue, and a huge thanks to our friends at NextGen.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Fimath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, you know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
$888 Pachanga for reservations.
At Hyundai, we make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS top safety picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Right now, for a limited time only, get 2.49% APR for 60 months on the Hyundai Tucson. See your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end January 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets from ESPN LA, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
Rams fans, if you missed out on any of the action this past season, don't make the same mistake. Clinch your spot in the Rams house for 2025. Catch every home game next year, including marquee matchups against the Niners, Texans, Bucs, and Lions. In addition, enjoy home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event presale access. To experience the energy at SoFi Stadium and all these benefits, visit therams.com/2025. therams.com/2025. Secure your season tickets and see you at the Rams house.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Finding the right employee for your company is tough. One wrong hire can be a major setback. You're not alone if you face this. A recent survey by Robert Half shows nearly half of hiring managers readily admit to making a bad hire. Luckily, there's a solution. With Robert Half's specialized recruiter's experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can have the right skilled professional in place quickly. We understand what it takes to build winning teams because at Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
And it is the Travis and DeMarco Show on this Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. Got a full day on this MLK Day. Coming up at 12 o'clock, the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. They'll get all the reaction on the Rams yesterday. You know, hopefully Mason's heart isn't breaking anymore. 2 p.m., Sedano and Cap will start at 2 o'clock. Combo plate. They'll go till 4:30. Then at 4:30 p.m., we bring you the college football championship final. It is a final. Or at least it will be tonight. Notre Dame, Ohio State. That's at 4:30 p.m. You'll hear it courtesy of ESPN Radio. Right here on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. So don't touch the button, yo! Not on this Monday on 710.
Yeah. It's that Southern plane. Yeah.
Did you get any sleep on the plane at all? Did you knock out at any point?
No, bro.
No.
You know, and I swear I'm like seconds, inches from punching Maurice Jones-Drew right in the face.
Oh, you said he knocks out before the plane even door closes.
Can sleep anywhere, anytime. And
Does he snore?
No, he doesn't snore. He gets wonderful sleep no matter where he is. Before the game, okay, so we had to check into a hotel. He caught up to us the morning of because he was working, whatever. So he literally got to the hotel, went into the media room, and fell asleep on the floor. But was comfortable, knocked out on a floor. Can you sleep on a floor?
Yes. But here's
not pass out.
No,
sleep.
Yes and yes.
Okay.
No, here's the deal. I can sleep anywhere as long as I'm lying down. If I'm sitting in a chair, I will never. Okay. I could fly from here to Timbuktu and back in an airplane. I won't have one wink of sleep because I'm sitting up.
Me either.
If you let me lay down in the aisle of the airplane,
you could sleep.
I'd be asleep in
or
5
like
minutes.
in those first class cabins where you can like have the
yeah,
recliner.
Yeah. But if I'm sitting up, I will never sleep. I'll sleep. I could sleep on this desk if you let me lay down on it.
That is my only weakness. I need like a proper bed because of all the joints and how my body sits. It's got to be right. I cannot.
And you need your snacks and your pretzels.
Yeah, I mean, I did. I slept on the floor for a while. They said it's actually better for you if you sleep on a hard surface.
You get used to it.
You do,
Yeah.
and it's better for your
People
back.
in Japan do that.
Yes.
They sleep basically on like the
My
ground.
mother-in-law, her bed is a rock, like literally a rock. But I can't do it, and not even for a quick nap. He's out, and he can sleep on a plane. As soon as the door shuts, he's out, and I'm just so mad. 5 hours in the air, and he's out.
Tried sleep aids?
Yes.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Still
No.
no.
It's just
No.
It's not enough space. I got like these legs.
Okay.
My butt.
Could this be a big guy issue?
It's definitely a big guy issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
It's
you guys
definitely.
sitting 3 across, or is it a space in between?
We have it's a 3-seater, but it's just me and him. So we got the space in the middle.
Are you in the aisle? Or
I'm on the
window?
aisle. So
Okay.
if I had the window, maybe I could
Could kinda
sleep.
lean up against
But in the aisle, it's just I do. Yeah.
Trav, can you sleep in like a lazy boy if you're
Nope.
like a little even reclined?
Nope.
You have to be flat.
I got to be flat.
Yeah.
I got to be flat. I have considered a lazy boy, and not for
should.
sleeping, but just I feel like I've entered the point in my life where because I'm not. Hopefully, I don't besmirch any of your home decor. I think they're ugly.
Okay.
I think they're inherently ugly. Like they're big, they're bulky, they're weird looking. I think they're ugly looking, and I don't like the look of them
But they're
in my living room.
perfect dad chairs.
That's kind of where I am.
That's
Yeah.
right
kinda
there.
where I am.
Yeah.
Like that's where I'm going to go. Plus, now
I never thought they were ugly, but I know you're.
They're too big.
Yeah,
like they're. I don't know. It's just me. It's personal.
I think your couches are comfortable. I have no issues with them. I can fall asleep.
Nice. Fall asleep. He's got his head back.
Snoring?
Just not snoring, but just heavy breathing.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
That's snoring.
You can sleep anywhere.
No, snoring has to have the rattle. This was just.
I still call that snoring.
Yeah. Just white noise. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was
just white noise. What were you asking me?
All right, so
about,
there's three guys, right? Cup, Higbee, and Stafford.
Oh, yeah.
The Rams have some business decisions to make, and Cup is due about $30 million next year.
They have business decisions to make. The Rams or the players?
Both.
Yeah. Okay.
Both. We can go through this one by one. Let me give you kind of the overview of how I think, how I think it's going to go, how I hope it's going to go. I'd be surprised if Cooper Kupp were back next year. I think it's more likely he's somewhere else than he's here. Tyler Higbee, I think it's more likely he's here than somewhere else. The one that I just can't quite figure, and I'm fingers crossed, toes crossed, everything, rabbit's foot, whatever you got, is the Matthew Stafford one. You will not. If Matthew Stafford is not on your team, your quarterback next year will not be as good as Matthew Stafford.
I want him back.
I desperately want him back.
I think everybody wants it.
And
we said depending on how this season ends.
Yes.
And how this run ends. And he went out gunning.
Where did we end? Because here's the thing.
Well, he was out playing Hurts, at least in the passing game.
He was terrific.
Yeah.
He was terrific. And I get it. That'll be year 17.
Yeah.
He'll be a year closer to 40.
But what's year 17 anymore? You can't even touch these guys anymore.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. But once you get to that point, in my opinion, there is hey, look, everything's kind of on the table. That if all of a sudden it really started to precipitously decline, it wouldn't stun me. I think he's going to be terrific. I think his competitiveness, I think his intellect, his experience are all top one.
Yeah.
But
Jordan Rodriguez asked him
$50 million.
You know, it's the going rate for a quarterback.
I get it.
And I'd rather have the guy. You can work out the money. You can draft and develop, even if he's expensive. But I think the one thing you said is the most salient point. Who are you going to get this better?
There isn't one.
That's what I'm saying.
The question isn't better. The question is cheaper, right? You could get cheaper. Like, let's say.
Yeah, cheaper comes with cheaper.
I totally agree.
Yeah. Like going from him to Darnold.
When I went through sales training, when I had my sales job at selling fax machines and copiers, cheap always refers to quality, not price. Right? They don't use the word cheap because people hear cheap, they don't think price, they think quality. Cheap is bad. If I said to you, it's cheap, you're thinking, it's going to fall apart. It's going to be bad.
Yeah.
If I said to you, it's expensive, you think, okay, well, what do I get? Matthew Stafford's expensive.
I would pay the price. I would. And the only thing that stopped me...
So would I. Will they?
That he's 37 years old, and there's a point where everybody starts to regress. I just haven't seen it with him yet. And I think there's some things that you could give him to supplement him to get more out of him and go in that direction.
I agree.
So I left Philadelphia. I got on the plane, and this is the first thing we talked about is let's run it back with 9.
Yes.
He didn't lose them the game.
I completely agree. You run it back with Stafford. But the question is that how they feel about it? I'm sure. I'm sure. But I'm kind of using what you said a second ago. At some point, the money matters. At some point, you have to think about what's coming next.
Well, and like with Aaron, the minute they paid him, they were going to try to take their money back. That's just how the NFL works. But when you're special, when you're a guy that's clearly driving you to be a championship team, to bring home Lombardis, obviously Matthew Stafford is the MVP of this football team. You make sure you bring that back. So we have to pay him, and this is the bad part. Even players feel this way. For me to get what I deserve as a quarterback, it may cost me you and you.
Yeah.
And that's the ruthlessness of
I think
football.
one of those yous is Cooper Kupp.
It might.
It might be.
It might.
I think it's likely that it is.
It might. Now, Brady and his guys, I wouldn't say they worked out deals, but hey, look, it's better for all of us if you stay. So there's always a negotiation price for Cooper Kupp to find out how to keep him because they work well together. He works well within the offense. Puka is clearly the number one now, but if you can get him back at a reduced rate, then so be it.
There's a lot of dominoes.
But you're going to have to start paying some guys, too.
I get it, and that's why I think Cooper Kupp's the odd man out.
And if I'm Puka Nacua, I'm jumping the line.
Of course you are.
Yes.
Look, this is the NFL. Get
At
it
least
while
I'm
you
gonna
can
try.
get it. You're going
Yeah.
to try to do it. I respect it. I get it. I understand it.
Yeah.
This is why I think Cooper Kupp is very unlikely to be back. I can close my eyes and see Cooper Kupp in a Tennessee Titans uniform, a Jacksonville Jaguars. I can see it.
I never get stuck on one dude usually,
right?
Unless it's a quarterback. So
and a really good one.
Or if you have special, this guy back here. I mean, you never want to get stuck on one guy, but if you had to keep him, then you may have to sacrifice some veterans.
I want to talk about too that it changed dramatically from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, kind of the timeline of this group of guys. We'll do that at 10 o'clock. Coming up next, of course, we're going to get the best of the football weekend. Call us right now, 877-710-ESPN, and give us your best. You got a chance to win 2-night hotel accommodation, dinner for two, golf or bowling for two, all at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. We're going to get to that coming up on a Michelob Reaction Monday. We're reacting to the Rams and Eagles yesterday, the entire NFL divisional playoff weekend. We'll get to the Lions and what happened to them. Lakers get beat at Intuit Dome. Dodgers continue to sign, everybody.
Ruining baseball.
In the best possible way. But yeah, I mean, you might be right about that. Of course, thanks to Michelob Ultra. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Best of the NFL weekend coming up next. 877-710-ESPN. You got a chance to win some stuff. Give us a call. It's all straight ahead on Trav and DeMarco. 710-ESPN. And DeMarco, let's talk about our pal Joseph S. Normand,
yes.
Right? And especially in light of the Eaton fire, if you lost property in the Eaton fire, give Joe a call, right? Joe, 213-747-2000.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah. No, Joe's making sure that your policy is right, that you're getting what the policy says. And then, of course, you know this firsthand.
Yeah.
You get in an accident, you call Joe.
Accidents or fire. Devastating. And the recovery process, wow. Have you heard about the recovery process?
Crazy.
Look, this is going to be a mess, a web of just insurance companies trying not to give you what you deserve. So make sure you have good people in your corner. Make sure you call Joe right now. He is on your side, and he loves going after insurance companies.
213-747-2000. If you lost property, call Joe. If you have been in an accident, if you've been injured, call Joe. 213-747-2000 and normandlegal.com.
Make sure to tell them Travis and DeMarco sent ya.
Yeah, boy.
Today,
I still have a dream.
we celebrate
This nation will
And use code SCORE and get $55 in free entries when you play $5. That's code SCORE. Must be at least 18 years old. Promo code, location, and other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
And it is the Travis and DeMarco Show, right here on 710 ESPN, a Monday edition, which means Fantasy Springs Resort Casino is going to help us with the best of the football weekend. Best of the football weekend. Let's get his thoughts, the Rams Super Bowl champion, DeMarco Farr, with his best of the football weekend right now.
Is it wrong to pick Saquon Barkley?
No. Do you want the numbers again?
Is it wrong? Because
they're nauseating, but they're also impressive.
You know, I didn't look. What was Jaden Daniels' numbers?
I can tell you in a second.
You know, he'll be my best of the week. And this goes back to what we were talking about through the eyes of the Rams. Who would you least want to face in the first round? I kept saying avoid this kid
You're
at all
100%
costs.
right on that. You want his numbers?
Give me his numbers.
22 of 31 for 299, a pair of touchdowns, no picks.
Okay, there's my best of the week. It's Jaden Daniels. And the
He also had 16 carries for 51 yards.
And the Washington Commanders ending Detroit's season, whatever, may have closed their window. Who knows? They're going to start hemorrhaging players and coaches like every other championship team does. So that is my bet. I want to pick Saquon Barkley because, like I said, oh my God, 26 for 205, 7.9. This is the pros. This ain't modern day. This is the NFL. So that was amazing. But I'll pick Jaden Daniels as my best of the week.
Jaden Daniels is a good pick. Saquon's a good pick. You keep mentioning those numbers for yesterday, which are bananas. But
yeah.
Saquon Barkley had 460 yards, 4 touchdowns, 534 all-purpose yards in 2 games.
Yeah.
And 4 touchdowns, the short of which was 62 yards. I'm going to go the best of with what we saw last night in Buffalo. And it was a bad play, but it's such a great example of how these games can turn on. That Mark Andrews dropping that ball at the goal line on the 2-point conversion. It was, Lamar Jackson.
Your whole career in one play.
And he's a good player.
Beyond good. He's
right.
great.
He's a great player.
Yes.
I agree with you. And Lamar had a suboptimal night. Lamar didn't turn it over all season. Only 4 interceptions. Throws a pick early, and it was a bad throw.
Yeah.
He has a fumble early, and it was a bad fumble. And the whole thing's kind of just looking like you-know-what. And then all of a sudden, he gets it together and leads them on a drive that could potentially tie the game. He makes that touchdown pass. And you're like, okay, this is some MVP type you-know-what.
Man.
And then they find the guy, and he just dropped. I felt so bad for the guy because just catch it, fall in, and he fell in without the ball. It was brutal.
Is there any more heartbreaking sports loss than football? Or is it just me?
Here's why football is the worst or the best, however you want to look at it. It hurts.
It hurts bad.
It hurts. Physically, it hurts.
You don't hurt after a loss in baseball. You lose the World Series?
Emotionally, not physically.
Oh, you mean physically it hurts.
The emotional toll of all of them, I think, are the same.
Yeah.
But when you add the physical toll of a football game, you go out there and have a fist fight for 3 hours, and then you lose?
Maybe it's because football's the sport for me, but nothing hurts me worse than a loss in football.
Yeah.
I mean, it just really, 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 wow.
It's a lot. All right, best of the NFL weekend. Let's go to Oxnard. And I like this guy already. Travis in Oxnard. What's up, Travis?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Ethan Evans. That set up kickers don't get enough love, and that punt really set up that safety. And if it wasn't for that really kept the Rams not only in the game, but gave them a chance to win at the end. And like you were just talking about with Mark Andrews dropping the ball, 8-point game isn't guaranteed. Just because you get that touchdown doesn't mean you'll get the 2-point. So shout out to Ethan Evans.
That was Alex Ward. That was the long snapper.
What was?
That guy from Oxnard. That was Alex Ward, the long snapper. He's just trying to give his guys some pub. I hear you, Alex Ward.
You recognize the voice.
Of course.
Travis, Alex Ward. Travis at Oxnard, you win a 2-night hotel accommodation, dinner for 2, and then golf or bowling for 2, all at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Make sure you stay on the line. Emily's going to make sure that you get hooked up.
We talked about that. I told you, you're going to have to punt from backed up. You're going to have to, you're going to have to bang one out, flip field position, and when the end zone's in play, you got to keep it out of the end zone. Mm-hmm. Ethan Evans,
he's great.
As a matter I have a list of my player awards. He is my special teams player of the year.
Oh, yeah.
For this football team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 5 punts, a 51.4 yard average, a 50-yard net. That means it's high, there's no return, and 0 touchbacks. That is winning football.
And you know what it did, too? Let's talk about that play specifically, is before that punt, preceding the punt, Puka had a bad drop on 3rd down.
Yeah.
Right? So the Rams had the momentum. They were moving, and it felt like the field was slightly tilted towards the Rams at that point. And then all of a sudden, Puka has a drop. And it's like, oh, damn. Like it just the air's out of the balloon. You got to punt the ball away. Evans delivers that incredible punt, and then a play or two later, Neville Gallimore,
Big Gal,
sacks Hurts. By the way, why Hurts held on to that ball for 9 minutes, I'll never know. But you get him, you get the safety, and then you're right back in the game. If he punts that into the end zone or whatever, you're not getting that sack.
That's our guy, Neville Gallimore.
Do you remember what you said to him?
I need 3.
You know what he got?
3.
He got 2 and a safety.
Yeah, 2 and a safety.
He got, which I'm
One
going to call
got called
3.
back.
Yeah.
He got a safety that was called
he
back.
He had none
3.
when we talked to him at the food drive.
I see him. I stare at him. I got one gripe. He lied.
About?
He said as soon as he got his first sack, he'd break out the auntie dance.
Oh,
remember?
That's right.
He never broke out the and I'm staring right at him like, where's the auntie dance?
He was a baller last night.
He was a baller, but he nutted up. He was afraid to do it in front of his teammates. Don't be that guy. Come on, man.
It was a great, and it got them right. They got them the momentum all over again. Now they went back out and they gave it back with the fumble. But it was. They didn't allow them, even when Barkley hit the big one, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, that's probably it. It wasn't. They kept moving
fighting
forward.
There's one more guy I'm worried about that we haven't talked about, Braden Fisk. He gets the sack. He was hurt before he went out, and then gets the sack, and that was it. And not having him at the end of the game definitely hurt. There's a lot of interior pass rush. There's one of your more experienced guys. You're calling plays with the guys that haven't really played that much. And no shock when Barkley got out. So I hope he's okay. I know it's a right knee thing. I hope that doesn't derail his career or just slows his progress down. That was a big loss for the Rams.
It was. He's a terrific player. And again, it's another they hit a home run with Verse. They spent some draft capital to move up to get Fisk, and it was as the draft was happening, everybody's talking about, hey, that might be a little bit of no, they got the right guy. He was a terrific player.
That old front's good. Yeah.
Look, let's stay there for a sec. They sacked Sam Darnold 9 times in the wild card. And we were talking about in the pregame show, I might even have said it to you. Like, I don't expect them to go out there and get 9 more sacks, but can they at least impact they had 7, DeMarco. They had 7 sacks yesterday against the best offensive line in football.
Sacking Darnold 9 times, okay. Sacking Hurts 7?
It's crazy.
Wow. That's what I'm talking about.
The Eagles have, if it's not the best O-line in football, it's in the top 2 or 3.
Yes, and they were getting tossed around. That's what I'm saying. And Verse was doing a lot of that bashing. But give coverage credit too, because A.J. Brown, Smith was out there, and Hurts had to hold it because of what they were doing in the back end. So that was part of their game plan going in, was to give them different looks, keep them guessing. Now, part of it was to give, Saquon Barkley some hesitation in the run game. Mm-hmm. I think it worked for the most part, except when it didn't. And it definitely worked versus Hurts.
Yeah, they did a good. Hurts had the one big play, but that whole he's going to escape and pick up a bunch of. That's not what happened. They did a great job.
Would you count them as one time stopping the tush push because they had a false start on Eagles?
In my book, I'm counting that.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not counting
DeMarco.
that.
They tried to run the play. Yeah. It didn't work. They got backed up. They had to kick a field goal instead of score a touchdown. It absolutely counts.
Stopping it means they run it and you stop it.
They tried to run it. It didn't work. I get it. It's kind of a. How often do they false start on that? Almost never. The Rams, for whatever reason,
we didn't do
they
anything.
blew it,
they
but
blew
it didn't work. They lined up to do it, and they did not get the first down. They did not get the touchdown. That was a huge play. It was a huge play.
It was a huge blunder by them. Stopping it to me means they run the play and they go backwards.
I'm taking it. Yeah. Put a pin in that D-line for 1 second. Let me remind everybody, Mason and Ireland on Wednesday, a couple of days from right now, the 22nd, live from Ralph's in Redondo Beach. They are teaming up with BBGO to support the LA Regional Food Bank and their relief efforts for our victims of the wildfires. More details to come. But Wednesday, January 22nd, noon to 3, Mason and Ireland at the Ralph's in Redondo Beach.
Why was BBGO on my brain?
You were watching the Lakers?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you. Wow, you're my head.
Have you had the dumplings?
I haven't had the dumplings yet.
Orange chicken's also really good from them.
I've had that.
The dumplings are fire.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Look at you. I love it when you get all berry white on food.
Put them in the air fryer.
Did you make it through the weekend without drinking?
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. I got, sometimes you think you have a friend.
Yeah.
And you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jorge?
What up, Jorge?
Oh, my gosh.
It's coming
I
up
saw
next.
that.
It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Is your vehicle ready for that oil change, for that service call? If so, head in your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Because for over 30 years, Valvoline has been providing quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people like you and me. You don't even have to get out of your car. Why would you get out of your car? It's only 15 minutes. You're in, you're out, you're down the road with your car, running at its absolute best, while the expert technicians just go to work. It's like a NASCAR pit crew, only it's your car instead of the thing running in the Daytona 500. Get yourself online. Go to SoCalOilChange.com. Find one of the 80 locations around Southern California. There's one right around the corner from wherever you are. Grab yourself a game-winning coupon off of the next Valvoline Instant Oil Change, and you can go get your oil change, your tires rotated, transmission care, and a whole lot more. Assuming it ever rains again, you're going to want to make sure that your wipers are working at their best. Pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes at Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, you know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
On YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. We continue on this MLK Day on 710.
Hey, Jorge.
It's in times of crisis that people reveal their true selves, their true identities.
Hey, if you guys
right?
the way he's looking at me right now.
I'm looking at you. How dare you, man? Come on.
I should have been giving you encouragement. I've been doing Dry January as well. I just haven't been bringing it up.
Good for you.
But I was like, I should have sent you because I had a Topo Chico last night.
You're still alive in the.
Yes.
If it's sort of an eliminator pool, you're still in.
I'm still in.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good for you, Ed.
Why is Topo Chico on ice with a twist of lime or lemon?
Lime.
Why is that bad?
It's not.
The way you made it sound, it was horrible. That seemed really refreshing and good for you.
It's fine if I'm choosing to have a Topo Chico with a lime. And by the way, I went out of my way. Yeah. I get a good glass.
Nice tumbler.
Nice heavy bottom glass.
There you go.
The one that I think I sent you guys has an etching of Dodger Stadium on the side. Nice little reminder of all the things. I get my ice fetish.
You don't need alcohol in there.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I rim the glass with the lime, squeeze the lime in.
You know what's better with that? Tequila and make it a rainwater.
Tequila.
No. See, you're supposed
Vodka,
to be helping him.
Gin.
What are we doing
just
here?
Basically anything. You know what would have been great? The time we went to sushi on Saturday night, Susan is having wine. If I could have joined her with some wine. If we went out to dinner on Friday night, we went to a nice restaurant, and Susan had a little wine with her salad, and I had a Topo Chico with my dinner.
That's the Jorge in you speaking.
This bad guy, here's a picture of a michelada, Travis. Here's a picture of these big bomber, what are they called?
Oh, the Kawama.
Kawama Modelos. With how many? What is that? Like 2.5, 32-ounce
Kawama?
beers.
That's Spanish?
Kawama, yeah. That's what they call the
Steve
big.
Avila's new name. Kawama.
Kawama. He does look like a Kawama.
He
He
does.
does.
That's his new name.
Yeah.
Big Kawama.
That's
Yeah.
terrific.
That's his name. Okay. Yeah.
I made it. I'm still in. If this were an eliminator pool, I'm still
Nice.
alive. So far, I played golf and didn't have a single drop.
Hey, there you go.
It was where
So it can be done.
I'm playing. It was freezing cold. We
Yep.
played at 6:40 in the morning. The golf course we're playing is like in this little canyon, so the sun doesn't come up until
so it's
closer
cold
to
in there.
Cold as hell.
Yeah.
And nothing. So
Good for you.
The snack shack is located after the second hole, so you can swing through and get something if you want.
Yeah.
And 9 out of 10 times we go through and get ourselves a little
Look
double
at you.
transfusion.
You're selling yourself short.
And
you
we
can do it.
didn't do it.
You don't need. See, you could go through Hawaii and not do this.
Stop.
See,
I don't
you
want to
just
go
played
through
golf without it.
I don't want to go through Hawaii.
Yeah,
without
you
it.
do.
No,
You feel great. Didn't you just tell me
DeMarco.
you feel great?
I do feel. I felt great before this.
What did you do after Sunday? What did you do?
I got home and did my workout last night.
You worked out after you went to
did.
work.
I did.
Have you ever done that before?
Not really.
What did
no.
Susan say?
She was like, I called her on the way home. I
Yeah.
said, "Hey, when I get home, I'm going to throw on my shoes and go for a quick little spin."
Do you wear like a headlamp?
No.
Okay.
You don't need one.
No.
You know the
Yeah.
difference? I called Brenda. Hey, are you home yet? She's like, no. I'm gonna stop by and get a couple of beers. I'll
Look
see
at
you.
you.
Home.
See, don't listen to him.
Because I worked
Don't
out
listen
too
to him.
after
Travis,
work.
I saw. I got the notification.
I went to Planet Fitness and I did an hour.
Stay here. See, don't listen. Don't stay
Travis,
here.
you're February 2nd, right here.
You're breaking new ground, bro.
Jorge, I'm coming. You're
Saca
way.
la
Your body
bolsita.
is telling you
Hey,
something. Look
February
at you.
2nd, saca la bolsita downstairs.
In
And
a
a
month-
pretzel. And a pretzel.
Yes.
Oh.
In
Done.
a month, you'll be
Done.
dunking a basketball. Come on.
I couldn't dunk a basketball ever. I got little girl.
Stay
hands.
dry until March.
I got
You'll
little
dunk.
hands.
I bet you could dunk.
No. I could dunk a volleyball in
How
high
tall
school.
are you?
6'3".
And you can't dunk?
I can't. I don't have hops.
Wait, how big are your hands?
They're not big.
Can you dunk a volleyball?
Are they Kenny
Yes.
Pickett small?
They're
I
not.
never.
They're
I
not
actually.
big.
I guess. Yeah, I can tell now.
They're not big. They're not big. So I need to. I can't hold a basketball in one hand. So I would need to do two hands. I couldn't get quite. I can hold a volleyball in one hand, so I could kind of.
You have to
sneak that
two-hand
over.
jam.
Yeah,
You have to jump off both feet then.
I can't do
Okay,
it.
so you got to give me until March. Let's try. This is an experiment.
To
Till March.
dunk?
No, to dunk. We'll train.
Oh,
Every time you feel like having a drink, we'll
He's
go out
gonna
and train.
break.
First of all, the idea
We'll be
of
baseline jamming in a month. Come on.
leaping in the
Yes.
air sounds awful.
If you can rebound, we'll put you on the Lakers. Come on.
Yeah,
Hey,
I could do that.
The last experiment I remember him doing was DeAndre to become a football player. It never happened. So don't believe this guy.
No,
Look at this dude. See what the devil does? Look at him. See? He's trying to get you to drink.
I cannot wait to dance with the devil again.
No,
I
see?
am looking
Look
forward
at
to
you.
him. He looks great. He's got good treats. He's waiting.
It's a good time.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
It's a good
I
time.
remember what it feels like. I'm
You're
ready
a
to go
horrible
again. What is it again?
Kawama.
Kawama. Steve Kawama. There he is.
He's built like a Kawama.
Man, I know.
He's wide and stout and powerful and awesome and fun.
You know who else is built? Jalen Carter.
Oh my
Good
God.
God.
Oh,
Okay.
he's a big guy.
I have a
Oh my
rule.
God.
You know how you can tell a guy? It's the NFL. Everybody's big, right?
Yeah.
So, but then
They're huge.
Then there's the next level of even like if you're big by NFL standards.
Yeah.
You know how you can tell? And Jalen Carter's the ultimate example of this. When your face is getting squeezed out of the front of your
Oh, yeah.
helmet, that's a whole nother level of it. Jalen
helmet's not
Carter's
big enough.
face is like being pressed forward. Calais Campbell's like that. Like there's a
Yeah.
handful of guys whose face is like forward.
It's too big.
Yes.
Mailata, that dude
Mailata.
is huge.
Dude.
He was working out. He was midfield. We're on the sideline, and he's working out with his trainer. And he looks gigantic.
This is pregame?
This is pregame.
Yeah.
In the cold, no shoes.
Barefoot. I saw that. They had that on
Barefoot.
TV.
He's working out with his trainer, and this is 50 yards away. So we're like, damn, that dude is huge. We get close to the trainer. The trainer's taller than me. And I'm like, you look so small next to that dude. How big is he legit? That dude must be 6'8". Like,
They're different down under.
They are. Oh, my God.
You know what?
Yeah.
Australia can just go do your own thing. I never want to go there.
No.
the
Too many things
creatures,
that can kill you.
everything there can kill you. The snakes, the birds, the insects, the
heat,
and the heat. Everything about Australia. It's like it's the primeval world down there. Like blank Australia, man. That place looks terrifying. It looks beautiful and terrifying
At the same time.
Yeah.
I do want to box a kangaroo though. That'd be fun.
You would lose.
Have you seen those?
Yes.
I would
They're
want to box a
scary.
kangaroo.
Their
I know.
backs are
And yelp.
ripped.
Right. I would
What
box
they
a
do
kangaroo.
too is when they stand on their tail and they kick with their lower
Yeah.
legs.
I think I could float the jab on it. Though.
No,
Like a
you can
kangaroo
do the
jack?
back.
Float the jab
There would be a DeMarco-shaped hole in the wall where the kangaroo kicked you
I can
through.
move. Come on.
Not
I can
faster
still go
than a
left.
kangaroo.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a story when I used to work. There's a golfer, Boo Weekley, who had a moment on tour where he was okay. He made a Ryder Cup team, and he's color. I think not a Ryder Cup, President's Cup. Anyway, he's a very colorful personality.
Yeah.
Grew up down south and kind of had an atypical golfing
Down south, like in South United States.
He's a southern. Yeah, he's an American from the American South.
Okay.
He fought an orangutan at like a county fair.
Like for real?
For real, and got knocked cold.
Like you fought Clyde and lost?
Yes. Yeah.
Left hook Clyde?
Yeah. The comedian, the guy that's super hot, right? Nate Bargatze has a whole bit on. He grew up in the South too, like these traveling carnivals where you would literally get into a boxing ring against an orangutan.
An orangutan?
And nobody knows how strong an orangutan is
can
until
rip your arms off.
It could kill you, and their arms are like 9 feet long. You can't get anywhere near it.
Were you drunk when you got in the ring?
Boo Weekley got his lights turned out by an orangutan.
I bet you did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Please.
His first name was Boo, like Boo Radley.
Yes.
And like To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yes. BOO.
Boo.
Boo. Boo Weekley.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jorge, fight an orangutan. That'd be fun.
Yeah, right.
I'd fight Aaron Donald before I fought an orangutan. I'm not, and I'm going down either way.
Jeez,
but
right.
at least Aaron Donald is a human being who could stop before he kills me.
Yes, he won't bite you in the neck.
An orangutan just doesn't know that this is a game. He just
Right.
thinks it's in a fight.
He's just doing it to have fun.
Yeah.
What
no
about
doubt.
what about a gator or an orangutan? Which would you rather have? Because I
Where am
saw
I
a video
fighting the
of
gator?
like an alligator coming
Yeah,
up on
good
Hilton Head.
point.
Yeah, where am I fighting the gator?
On the ground. And,
Like in a
not
ring?
in the water.
I'm saying you're near water. You're on a golf course that has an alligator. And
I'm
it
not
comes
fighting
up.
the gator on his turf. No. He just bites and drops me to the ground and starts
they
spinning.
do that roll.
Yeah. But in a ring, yeah, I take the alligator over the orangutan.
I feel like I could stay away along. Like I could get a split decision. I
can
could
climb
stay
up,
away.
I can climb up on the turnbuckle and be away from this thing for a while. You know,
The orangutan could reach you from the other side of the ring and
Anywhere.
turn your lights out.
Talk about cutting the ring off. No doubt. right. No doubt.
Don't fight animals, I think is the takeaway from this. Like even a
don't
chimp,
fight
a chimp's
orangutans.
little, a chimp will kill you too.
I think I might sock a chimp though.
Don't fight
You
anyone.
might get one in on it, but chimp's way stronger
Really?
than you.
I think I can knock a chimp out.
I'm going to send you a story. It's
You
one of
think
the
so?
worst story I've ever seen.
Okay, what about like those little ones that like act?
Like the
those
one in
guys?
Friends?
Yeah.
No, you can just break that thing's neck.
The little tiny ones?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could just grab that and break it in
If
half.
I can
That
grab
thing's
you,
over.
yeah, it's different.
Yeah, no. That thing might scratch and claw, but
Okay.
that thing's losing.
I would knock a chimp out. Yeah, but an
No.
orangutan, no.
A chimp would beat you. You might get a shot or two.
I would knock a chimp out. That's not happening.
All right, guys,
Little chimp.
877-710-3776. What animals could you beat in a fight?
I would chin that thing. I would chin that chimp.
They're pretty strong.
Yeah, I'm sure it's strong.
They're pretty strong.
Like, what did Oscar say? Yeah, this ain't strong. I'm coming for that. Yeah.
I'm taking the chimp. If we're going to put
the
odds on
soup
this,
bone on a chimp. Let's
get
go.
Bet ESPN in on this. Far versus your average chimp.
Soup bone.
And we're talking about fighting. You guys were in Philadelphia yesterday for the Rams game, and I know your son was at the game, and so you're trying to protect him from getting into fights. How do you prepare him for that?
His buddy outed him. So my son Bobby lives in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And he got a ticket last minute to go to the game. And so I said to him, I said, make sure I'm in dad mode, even though he's an adult. I'm like, dude, make sure you dress warmly enough and take care of yourself. And, oh, by the way, don't get your ass kicked. Like, don't be a belligerent. Because I'm not going to start anything. I'm like, dude, you
That's
don't
good
have
fatherly
like,
advice.
I said, you don't have to start anything. Trouble will find you in these situations. Just be chill,
Defend
enjoy yourself. Yeah. But so he's there, and he's like, he goes, I was chill. He goes, when something good would happen with the Rams, I'd come just like inside, go like, all right, let's go. And he goes, then his buddy is like, oh, by the way, this kid's from L.A., He's Rams fan here, so he's like, at that point, I kind of had to lean into it.
Yeah.
He goes, it was cool. He goes, they'd throw snowballs at me, and they'd all grab me and shake me when something good would happen for the Rams. And he goes, it was a little bit.
He had fun.
He's in
good.
one piece.
Way to go, Philly. I was surprised
piece.
there weren't more snowballs. I really thought there'd be more snowballs.
Yeah.
Bunch of idiots out there. Like I said, they all look like Greg Bergman. Every single one of them. Everybody in the stadium.
How do you feel about that, Greg?
Everybody up there looked just like him.
Well, everybody looks like Greg Bergman.
That's
you know,
what
the
I'm saying.
goalie for U.S. men's national team, Chris Taylor. He's white
Cody
with a beard.
Bellinger.
Yeah, Cody Yeah.
I can't. I go back and forth. Does Bergman look more like Bellinger or Taylor?
Taylor.
Taylor.
Okay.
If
So
I
if
had
he
to
looks
pick, Taylor.
so if he looks more like Chris Taylor than Bellinger, okay, I'll co-sign that. Chris Taylor or Joe Flacco?
Bergman and Flacco?
Yeah, Chris Taylor and Joe Flacco look like twin brothers.
Let me see. Bergman
Yeah.
and Flacco?
Yeah.
I would never put that together.
I think that Flacco is looks older than Bergman. So Bergman looks more like Chris Taylor.
Flacco's like 6'5".
No, I'm just saying face.
See, there he is again.
Yeah.
See, a
Like
bunch
Flacco is 40 years.
of... You look like every Eagle fan I saw
Flacco
yesterday.
and Greg are about the same age.
I was going to say that, yeah.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Say Rams suck.
No, I'm not doing that. Kevin Demoff will call me immediately. What are
I'm
you
just
talking
saying,
about?
everybody look like you.
So
up
can we
there.
put this to rest
No.
just for a moment? So it's
Absolutely not.
M's right. I look more like Chris Taylor.
Okay.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah, okay.
But not
Chris
Flacco,
Taylor.
though.
But there is a resemblance to Bellinger too.
Yeah. So the thing is, any white guy with a beard looks like me, no matter what.
You
With
don't
dark
look like
features.
Justin
Or you
Turner.
look like
No,
any
no.
white guy.
You don't
with
look
a
like
beard.
you don't
He's got
look
a
like
big fluffy
you
red
don't look
beard.
like me.
No. Most white guys with a beard, we
I
look
just gave
exactly
you two
the-
white guys with a beard.
Well,
You don't look anything alike.
It's because for the most part, the famous white guys with beard, you're not famous enough.
Yeah.
That I look like. Anytime, like, oh, I think I know you, and I always say to you,
play for
white guy
Rodgers.
with a beard. Yes,
Yes.
that's right. That's why every
Kenny
single
Rogers. You don't
white
look like
guy
Kenny
with a beard.
You
And-
could be cast as NFL fan, like anyone.
Any
just
one of them,
NFL
yep.
fan. Just put a
because
hat
you
on.
have your hair
Very
and
generic
it's dark.
face.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I
Dark.
can see you. I can see you in Kansas City, Philadelphia,
Brenda thinks you
Baltimore.
look like Danny Go, a YouTuber for kids. Danny Go. Look him up.
Danny Go?
Go.
Yeah, Danny Go.
Brenda says, that looks like Greg, doesn't it? I was like,
Is he a white guy with a
with
beard?
a beard.
Oh my God! Have you ever shouted
Essentially.
obscenities
You
at a
don't
player?
look like Michael Kopech.
Yes. And actually, no, not a player. Coach. I've
Who'd
shown
you
him
shout? Who?
Steve Lavin.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
It's
that
hard
is.
to tell with
Yeah.
Danny Go because he always has a hat on.
Yeah, that.
No, he looks like Danny Go. I just googled him.
He looks
You
like Danny
you-
Go?
You look
Can I
like
see
Danny
what-
Go.
But
Danny
like
Go?
he always has a hat on. Oh, now without a hat, yeah, you look like Danny Go.
Yep.
Danny Go.
Brenda's
I'd
like,
see,
that's
man.
Greg.
I'm telling you, bro.
Again, white guy with a thin beard. That's just
What did you
essentially
yell
that.
at Steve Lavin?
That he was an awful coach. And
Yeah.
that said was so. There was I was
He's a
sitting.
Bruins fan,
Oh,
yeah.
obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
I was sitting with my dad in these seats, and we were only like 2 or 3 rows from the court. And the game was just ending. I don't remember what it was. I was probably 8, 9 years old.
Oh,
10
you were a
years
little
old.
whippersnapper.
Yeah. And I got up and just started screaming at obscenity. Just like, you suck, you bleeping, blah, 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 just hitting expletive after expletive. And he definitely heard me.
Oh,
Definitely
What'd
heard
your
me.
dad do?
He's a lawyer.
Huh?
no. What
What
did
my
he
dad-
do? What
he
did
la-
he
oh,
do?
no, he laughed.
Yeah,
He
not
just
what
laughed.
does he do?
He just goes, okay. He goes, okay. Yeah, I think he said did. We
If
just
I
got
would've-
in and
my,
left.
my dad would have dragged me out
Oh,
of
my
there,
God.
and I don't think I would have been ever allowed to go to a sporting event for the rest of my life.
would've
So
got it right
because it
there.
was Steve
Yeah.
Lavin, he was very okay with it.
That's why I said it makes
The Bergmans hate the Lavins?
Oh yeah, no,
Makes
no,
sense.
just Steve. I don't know any of the other Lavins.
Yeah.
And just as the head coach of the UCLA basketball team.
Yeah.
In person, I'm sure he's a very nice guy. But no matter what, I just
What about
screamed
like an
crazy at him.
opponent?
An
Have
opponent?
you yelled something at the opponent?
No,
Scream.
no,
okay.
really, no.
Because like
Philly
clones of
fans
you
do.
were screaming stuff for no reason.
They're all white
Are
guys.
there
with
are there
beards.
Bergmans in
There might be.
Philly? Or like if any of your extended family on that
Maybe.
side of the world?
Maybe. I mean, no,
Okay.
I don't. They're in. Let's see. I had some in New York. So yeah, they're close.
Yeah, that's not far.
Not too far.
That's
yeah.
not
You
far.
got some family.
Yeah.
And the Flaccos, the Bergmans, the Taylors,
They're all the
they're
same.
all
Okay,
the Goes. Yeah, they're all.
You were saying
they're all
Bellinger,
together.
so
Yeah.
like
Bellinger,
just okay,
yeah.
white guy, beard. That's just
Yeah, yeah.
always. Kevin Kiermaier, I'm sure, was one of those at some point.
No, Kevin Kiermaier's handsome.
Well, cut
No,
your
I know.
beard
I
then.
know.
Well, there's the
No,
U.S.
I'm
men's national
generic.
team goalie, the
Thank
goalie
you,
for
Jorge.
U.S. men's national team.
Thank you, Jorge.
That's
Appreciate
word,
you.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I
shave
caught
your
it.
beard.
I caught it. So I said, I'm generic. This is a very generic face.
All right, fine.
Fine. Can we put it to bed?
No.
White
Also,
guys
Greg,
with beards.
what animal do you think you could beat in a fight?
What animal?
you
do
walked
you
into
think?
that one.
God,
A giraffe,
I heard you guys
really?
talking
Okay.
about it. There's like a a bird.
A bird.
What about like an ostrich?
I'd love to see that. They might peck your eye out.
Ostriches are 6 feet tall.
They're
They're
big.
like 200 pounds.
Could you beat an ostrich?
And they can run.
No, I couldn't beat a parakeet.
Right. Like I don't
double
know.
leg takedown. What's going to do? What's it going to do once it's on the ground?
If the parakeet's coming at you, you can like smack it
That's
away.
true. Yeah.
And then that'll basically bird bones.
The only thing I feel like I could take is one of those little actor monkeys. That's it.
little
Because you
ones.
just get it. And,
but if they go crazy, it's an
they'll
animal.
scratch and claw, but they're not gonna. They're not gonna. You're not gonna
yeah.
lose a fight
I
to
would
that
spike
thing.
that
I don't
thing.
know.
Yeah.
Spike it, right.
If an actual animal started to attack you, you would lose.
Once I got over the panic part of it, like
Right.
these wild animals
Right.
on me,
Yeah.
I would spike that little thing, and it'd be over.
Yeah, the little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like ducks are supposed to be
fight the
really
chimp.
mean.
I'm
I
not
feel like
Geese.
Geese
are mean.
really mean.
They're mean.
They hiss. Have you ever done that?
Yes, they're mean.
Yeah.
But like I said, they're down there. They're in punt range.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Like if you had to, I'm beating a goose.
Yeah, of course, right.
I'm beating
know.
a goose.
Again, the goose is
if
probably-
I'm cornered with no choice, the goose is losing.
The goose is going.
Yeah.
Yes.
The goose is loose.
Yes. No, not anymore.
No, it's
The
dinner.
goose is
They're
dinner.
dangerous
Yeah,
though.
right.
They're very mean. You be careful.
They're
with those
mean,
geese.
and it may, but a goose can't get me. No, it's a goose. Well, how tall is the tallest goose? 3 feet tall?
It's not about height.
Yeah.
I think like
But
it's
how
those
big is
bills.
the
What are they,
heaviest goose?
bill?
30, 40, 50 pounds?
Yeah, but once they start attacking you with that bill,
They don't have any claws, or they got a beak.
The beak is still.
But it's not a sharp beak. It's not
Are
like
you
it's
really
a
arguing this
bald
point?
eagle.
You're really arguing. He's
not a
proving my
hawk.
point.
It's
see?
fun for me. I don't know. I like arguing those kind of points.
You're good. A platypus would get you.
No, I just kick a platypus.
You'd
That's
be
the end
the
of the
first
platypus.
person to die by platypus.
Did you hear? Greg died. Oh my God, what happened? Platypus.
Platypus.
Well,
killed him. How?
Trav, if it was Perry the platypus, then
Perry
that's
the platypus.
Oh
Well,
my
Perry's sneaky and
yeah,
creative.
he's a
and-
spy.
Yeah.
Like you know, that might be.
He would evade you. It's like
You do look
007.
a little like Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
No, absolutely no
Looks
beard.
nothing like them.
No beard, and I don't have that thin of a face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You look like anyone.
Thanks.
I like it.
The
a
Dodgers
generic
have
white guy
signed
beard.
everybody. That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. You know, here's the only thing you can't do on Prize Picks, as far as I can tell. Will the Dodgers get all the good players? Because, yes, that's the answer to it. But you can't pick more or less on just about everything else with Prize Pick. Well, we'll see. We'll see. More or less DeMarco Farr feats in orangutan fights. Take the more. That's Prize Picks, right? You pick more, you pick less. And football season, we're down to 3 NFL games left. We got a national championship game in college football tonight. So why not go do your Prize Picks right now? Put the Prize Picks app on your phone. And when you're signing up, you use the code TRAV, T-R-A-V. When you do that, you're going to get $50 right away after you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win the $5 lineup. The $50 is guaranteed. And with Prize Picks, it is incredibly easy. It's why 10 million members have had billions of dollars in awarded winnings. You just pick more or less, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Don't forget the promo code TRAV for that free $50. Promo code TRAV at Prize Picks. Run your game.
Down for you.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
All right, I've got the chips and soda covered. What about you?
I'm bringing chicharrones and the MVP, guac. Northgate Gonzalez Market makes the best guacamole. It's made fresh every day with quality ingredients, so it's always delicious. And the best part, they make it exactly the way I want it. I get extra jalapenos for me and no jalapenos for the kids. We both win.
Score a touchdown every time with guacamole from Northgate Gonzalez Markets. It makes every party a winner. The guacamole from Northgate Gonzalez Market. It's the flavor that unites us. Northgate Gonzalez Market. Every visit has a story.
In tough times, no one stands alone. The recent wildfires have deeply impacted our LA community, leaving many of our neighbors facing unimaginable hardship. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, or just need someone to talk to, hope is just a call away. Call the LA County Department of Mental Health's 24/7 helpline at 1-800-854-7771 for free emotional support, service referrals, or crisis counseling, or visit dmh.lacounty.gov/gethelpnow/. We're in this together, LA. Stay strong.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets from ESPN LA, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
Hey, it's DeMarco. I know a thing or two about Super Bowls. I've been there, won that. If you want to experience the big game like a pro, Absolute Sport has you covered. From premium tickets to exclusive parties to first-class accommodations, their Super Bowl packages are the MVP of the fan experience. Don't sit on the sidelines. Be a part of the action. Go to us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport to lock in your spot. Absolute Sport, it's how champions watch the Super Bowl.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards scoring courtside seats for your favorite team. Progressive cannot guarantee that you can score courtside seats. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, but courtside seats can be astronomical. Maybe if your team plays in a smaller market, you could swing it. Even still, it's unlikely. Maybe fourth row, which are still incredible seats that you'll enjoy greatly. Savings possible. Courtside, long shot. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Progressive cannot guarantee that someone really tall will not sit in front of you at the game, rendering your excellent seats just okay.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
And it is the Travis and DeMarco Show on this Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. Got a full day on this MLK Day. Coming up at 12 o'clock, the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. They'll get all the reaction on the Rams yesterday. You know, hopefully Mason's heart isn't breaking anymore. 2 p.m., Sedano and Cap will start at 2 o'clock. Combo play. They'll go till 4:30. Then at 4:30 p.m., we bring you the college football championship final. It is a final. Or at least it will be tonight. Notre Dame, Ohio State. That's at 4:30 p.m. You'll hear it courtesy of ESPN Radio. Right here on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. So don't touch the button, yo! Not on this Monday on 710.
Hey, do me a favor, real quick.
What do you got?
This is, I don't know who's got the game. Who's got the Super Bowl this year?
Fox.
Okay, but if you had to rank these broadcasters.
Oh, good. I love this game. Go ahead.
1 through 4.
Okay.
I already know who 4 is.
Okay.
Collinsworth, Brady, Romo, or Aikman?
Aikman's 1.
Aikman's 1.
Collinsworth's 2.
Okay.
Romo's 3. Brady's 4.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. Romo has lost a step.
Okay. I'm going to stop you right there.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit to some people.
I don't want to say lost a step. Lost some people.
I like Tony Romo a lot. I think Troy is an A triple plus.
Yeah.
So
especially now,
he's terrific.
Yeah, he's reached old man status. I'm going to say what I'm going to say.
I think Chris Collinsworth is just really good at it. I love his enthusiasm.
Just saw him. Love the guy.
And it's not that I dislike Tony Romo at all. I just happen to think those other guys are a little better.
Yeah. And Brady is bringing up the rear.
Okay,
I sometimes think that Romo sounds like gibberish when he's excited and like gets 2 in one place and then has to walk back. I don't always, when I'm listening to him, he doesn't sound the same level of authority as like Aikman and Collinsworth sometimes do. To me,
I get that. I really like him. I dig.
Yeah.
I like enthusiastic.
Me
goes
too.
It goes a long way when you're calling a game.
And
that
teach me
you're
something.
happy to be there. And if you can teach me something for sure, I think Greg Olson's great too.
Yeah.
Greg Olson's
Of
better
these
than
four,
Tom Brady is.
Of these four, Collinsworth, Brady, and Aikman were the better players than Romo. People
yeah.
forget how good Collinsworth was as a
he was
receiver.
really good.
Really good receiver.
Yeah, he was
yes.
really
And
good.
then Brady and Aikman, of course.
and
yeah.
Romo was just on the Cowboys.
Yeah, and he was good. He was good. He
And
just
that's
didn't
why
break
people
through.
know him.
If Tony Romo were the quarterback of the Tennessee Titans and had the exact same career,
Yeah. Who knows?
Right.
Okay.
All right. It is a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. We're talking all the Rams, Eagles from yesterday, all the NFL playoffs, plus Lakers, Dodgers, Kings, more. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Because it was a football weekend, if the Dodgers can ever do anything that's under the radar, I think it kind of was under the radar. They signed Sasaki on Friday.
Yeah.
Not a surprise at all.
No.
That seemed preordained for a
Foregone
long time.
conclusion,
And here's the part that I think if I were a fan of any of the other 29 teams in Major League Baseball, not just that they got him, but the way that they can deploy him is the part that makes you go, seriously? They don't have to rush this guy at all.
No.
They can be incredibly patient. They can develop him. They can slow play his ramp up to Major League Baseball. This isn't because I think there's a misconception that he's Yamamoto. Yamamoto is pretty close to a finished product. Like he pitched
He's older, isn't he?
He is. Yeah. And he played a long time in the Jap.
Yeah.
Like he is a polished professional pitcher that showed up here and it's like, okay, let's go.
Paying for service. This is future.
This is a guy that is extraordinarily talented and accomplished, but he's just getting started.
Yeah.
Like they're going to get to mold him in the fashion that they would like. They're going to get to develop him in the fashion that they would like. They're going to get to help him develop additional pitches or an addition.
How often am I going to see him?
You will see
if everybody stays healthy. Which is impossible. I get it. How much am I going to see him in the regular season?
Let me. Okay, I bet you he makes 20 starts for the Dodgers.
Okay.
I think most of their starting pitchers will make about the same. I think that's I think you're going to ham and egg it. You're going to put it all together because you don't need any. Ohtani's coming back from a second arm surgery. Tyler Glasnow's always busted up.
Yeah.
Right? Yamamoto's coming off of a year where he missed some time with an injury.
Can I ask
Snell's kind of the one guy that you can kind of just run out there every fifth day.
Do you actually need Ohtani to pitch now?
No.
I didn't think so.
No.
Because
he's going to,
that's
but
been
no.
in the back of my mind forever. It's like, why do you have to pitch? Why not just leave him as a bat?
I've heard worse ideas.
I mean, what's the point?
Well, here's the point.
Yeah.
The answer is because when he pitches and if he's himself, he's one of the 10 best pitchers in baseball. Why wouldn't you use him?
Where would he be in this rotation? If everybody stays
this
healthy.
rotation?
Yeah, if everybody stays
third or fourth.
Third or fourth. Then what's the point in pitching him?
Because he's one of the 10 best pitchers in baseball. He might be third or fourth on this team.
Yeah.
But he's one of the
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if he's my third or fourth guy, if he's my ace, okay. But he's my third or fourth guy. I've got 5 of those guys.
Yeah, but he is your ace. He's just one of 4 or 5 of your aces. You're not going to not use the 10th best pitcher in baseball just because you have 3 of the other top 9.
I know. I mean, but if you have a chance to win every day, and I mean, what's the point in? I guess you don't risk him as a pitcher.
No.
Yeah, well, I guess you do because he can get hurt as a pitcher, and they all get hurt. as
Even
pitchers.
when he's gotten hurt as a pitcher, he's continued to hit. So
okay.
I don't think his offense is going to suffer from any of it. And if he struggles pitching or he gets hurt pitching, he still hit. They'll shut him down. And they'll just have him. They'll have him hit. That, by the way, is only part of what they did. We'll talk about the acquisition of Tanner Scott coming up in just a little bit. And by the way, Tanner Scott, you think he's good? He's better than you think he is. Okay, you think he's better than that?
He gets Ohtani out.
He's better than that, and that's the biggest part of all. That's coming up next after a little fact or cap. That's straight ahead, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's D. Farr here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. Love that. Experience. Deeper than experience. Why get stuck in traffic? I hate traffic. You can be at the best casino resort in Southern California in less than an hour, less than 60 minutes. from right there. Pechanga gives all guests the amenities they expect of a world-class resort, exceptional entertainment, dining, spa, golf, and let's not forget round-the-clock gaming excitement. Play your butt off. The immense casino floor, 1,100 hotel rooms and suites, the spa, the golf course, 20 bars and restaurants, bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, they got you covered. This is your joint, or just a weekend away from right now. Get away from it all for right now. Come see why readers of Newsweek, USA Today voted Pechanga Resort Casino the best casino outside of Las Vegas. So, whether your idea of entertainment is kicking it poolside, like with me, or putting a great bet on blackjack, Pechanga Resort Casino is waiting for you right now. Visit Pechanga.com or call this number, 888-PECHANGA. That's it, 888-PECHANGA to book a reservation or for more information. If you have Instagram, follow them there at Pechanga Casino for up-to-the-minute news and information.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Fimath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, you know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
These truth bombs thus far, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. So, whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is at home, call Avner GAT today, 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256, and you can go online to avnergat.com.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit GetEthos.com. That's GetEthos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
It's playoff time, and you can take full advantage by winning some cash playing daily fantasy football on Sleeper Picks. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. And now, Sleeper has a special offer. New users just have to play $5 to get $55 in free entries. Download the Sleeper app today and use code SCORE and get $55 in free entries when you play $5. That's code SCORE. Must be at least 18 years old. Promo code, location, and other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Buongiorno.
Howdy. Namaste.
Buen dia.
Hola. I said my Selena Gomez, right?
Yeah.
Hola.
Oh, stop it with that Selena Gomez stuff. After you, I heard that you showed me.
Selena
Chicharrones.
She did not say it like
No.
that.
Okay, if you've seen the movie Amelia Perez, it's going to be nominated for a bunch of Academy Awards.
She's speaking bad Spanish, right?
She has a very bad accent speaking Spanish.
Jorge, everybody I know that's Mexican hates this movie.
I think everyone I know hates this movie.
Yeah. I mean, but like, dude, they told me not to see it.
Is she not a Spanish speaker?
I think she...
okay, can I speak on this? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
She sounds bratty, trying too hard to curse, like in a bratty way.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. It sounds, it's fake.
This is the Narcos movie, right?
No.
It's
I haven't seen it,
somewhat, yeah. It's
okay.
a French-made movie
That's it.
set in Mexico City with non-Mexican actors. None of them. It's an abomination.
It's bad.
I have not met a
But-
single person that likes Amelia
The
Perez.
story's good, though.
It's really not.
Here's the thing.
The story's
you said
terrible.
Narcos, I went, tell
You're
me
it,
more.
That's what I'm saying.
Narcos is
Hey,
awesome.
Did you ever see?
It's not Narcos, though.
Yeah.
It's
Did
like...
you ever see Black Hawk Down?
Yeah.
None of them dudes were American.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's a bad movie with a nonsensical plotline
Yes.
with bad acting.
All I heard was Narcos. I'm in.
But it's not Narcos.
I know.
Anyway.
DeMarco said that it was.
That's what he told me. Yes.
If Amelia Perez wins Best Picture, I'm gonna throw a fit. Anyway,
Dang.
on Saturday morning, I was supposed to get that evening I was supposed to get dinner with my friend. I was gonna catch up with her. I hadn't seen her in a minute, and that morning she texted me, giving me a pretty BS excuse for why she couldn't get dinner.
Can you share what it was?
She said she woke up with a cold sore and didn't want to get dinner.
Okay.
And I said, I don't really understand how one goes to the other, but
I mean,
whatever.
Depending on how you got the cold sore.
That's not how she got the cold sore.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
It's not.
That could be alarming.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
But I can have dinner with you if you have the cold sore.
You could confirm something.
And I don't care if...
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. And she does this all the time. She will want to have
This
dinner.
is her move.
She'll want to have dinner, and then the day of or the night before we get dinner, she's like, actually, I can't. And I'm like, every time she ropes me in, whatever. You know when your friends are giving you a BS reason to not hang out.
Yes.
Travis Fettercap.
Yes. Come on.
I'll be honest. Most of my friends, if they don't want to do something, will say, I'm not feeling it. I don't want to do it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like
That's good friends.
there isn't a bunch of, I can't do this or I can't do that. Okay, if I'm trying to think of my immediate core group of friends, if they said, Trav, I can't come because of XYZ, I think I'd tend to believe them. Because most of my core group, if they said, hey, do you want to go do this? If they didn't want to, they just say, no, man, I don't think so.
The thing is, I believe that she has a cold sore, but that wouldn't prevent me from going out and having dinner. It's like, just say you didn't want to have dinner.
Depends on
that's
where
the
it
thing.
is, though. What if it's like in your mouth and it hurts to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. I don't know. Yeah.
She's going to have to eat something that day. She's not going to go without food.
Yeah.
Might
anyway,
hurt.
DeMarco?
You never know. Definitely fact. When they start hemming and hawing, like if we start making plans and, hey, let's go out and drink. If they don't ask when, where, what time, because we're all pretty much the same. We have kids and we're married and stuff. You need some info. Where am I going? How long is it going to take me to get back? If you never ask me the what's and where's, you're joshing me.
Well, that's yes. I agree with you on that. If somebody said, hey, we should go get lunch, and the guy just goes, great.
I know what that means.
Yeah.
Right.
Not, okay, wait. Hey, how about
what
Tuesday?
What time, where?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm open Tuesday. You can do it Tuesday? Yeah.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Yeah.
So, fact, definitely.
Jorge?
Fact, especially when they say, I'll let you know. Or
Yeah.
I'll text you later. The I'll let you know is, dude, it's okay. If you're not going to make it, just tell me right now. That way we can.
Do you have a go-to line that you're universe that you live in to get out of something? Because I do.
I do too.
If something comes up,
I can't tell you because me and we have a code word. I can't tell you because we may have to use it someday.
No, I'm not saying that we're out and we got to go, but like my whole thing is like, let's say you invited me to dinner, and I said yes, and we had Saturday night at
I got to get out of it,
and yes.
I have to get out of a dinner with you.
Yes,
I would just tell you we can't go.
Yeah. You wouldn't offer a reason.
But I mean, it's all
Let's
it's
say
the same list you have.
Yeah.
My wife is sick. My kids.
Bingo.
Right.
Hey, DeMarco, man, something's come up with the kids, and I just said, okay. And that's one of those. Yeah, that's a lie. Okay.
Mine is I have to work. There's a game tonight.
There you go. Smart.
This weekend. Oh yeah, there's a game this weekend. Sorry.
I can always fall back on concussions. I just don't remember.
What?
Right.
Just no show.
Can't see him, can you?
We never agreed on dinner.
I can always fall back on concussions.
So, as we know, TikTok was banned for a total of 14 hours. Oh no, the world's falling apart. Whatever. Who cares?
Oh wow.
I deleted the app anyway. I'm like, I don't really care. I saw the message that was coming out of why they gave it back, and I was like, you're done.
One quick
I'm done.
question, just in a nutshell. Please don't make this politicized. Why did they ban TikTok?
I don't know.
Because they wanted. It's a Chinese-owned company.
Yep.
Having with a lot of American base.
Yep.
And that there's a lot of data being used on it.
Yep.
They didn't want the data in the hands of a Chinese company, so they wanted ByteDance.
Because American companies are always virtuous.
That's what I respond.
See, we're going too far. Okay.
No, but this is what I mean. It's like, guys, every last one of us and our information is in the hands of somebody that we don't want to have it.
Exactly.
The horse is out of the barn. It's over.
I'm not on TikTok. I don't know. I have
neither
no idea.
am I. But are you on Instagram? Do you carry a phone in your pocket?
Since Carlo took my phone and put it on there, yes.
Do you carry your phone in your pocket?
Right here.
They've got everything they need to know.
That's fine.
That's what I'm saying. Like I long ago punted. I don't.
They're
really
like
care.
Morgan Freeman and Batman in The Dark Knight, where you can see everybody, map everyone.
Just don't out my preferences. We're good.
Well, they know your preferences.
That's
so,
that's fine. You can know them, just don't out them.
My statement is, I was okay. I was happy-ish with TikTok going away. Like I need that time given back to me. There's an app on your phone. You would be happy if they banned it. Like they're like, just take it out of my hands. I don't want to use it anymore. Force me not to use it. DeMarco Factor Cap.
Fact. I've been saying it. I say it every day, at least 10 times a day. I wish Twitter never existed.
Yeah.
Or X now. I really don't. But I go to it every day. Do you use Twitter?
No.
X at all?
No. I mean,
you use it for the show and you tweet occasionally.
Very, very, very rarely. And I said to you yesterday, Emily said to me, hey, will you please retweet something that I put out there? It was for the post-game show. And I opened it and I did it. And I was in there for 30 seconds and it put me in a bad mood.
Exactly.
And that's why, but I don't delete. I just don't go there. There's nothing there for me that I need.
But it keeps you abreast of what's going on
everywhere. There are other ways to do that.
I know, but it's so fast. So fact to your I wish I could delete
can't
this,
imagine
but I can't.
what possesses somebody to say those mean things on Twitter. It just
I can
have
ignore
to
that.
Have your brain to your thumbs. How does that even happen?
But you asked me, how did I know about was it Baldoni?
Yeah.
How did I know about that?
Yeah.
That's how. Yeah.
Travis.
What's the question?
There is a app that on your phone that you wouldn't mind if they banned it.
He just
that wouldn't mind, literally every single one of them. I don't care. The only app that if you took it away from me, and I don't even know if this is an app.
Google Maps.
No, I know the city. I know where I'm going. The only thing that if you just snapped your finger and it was gone, I'm like, damn, that sucks. I really would like it back, is texting. Is that an app?
No.
No.
That's
okay,
that's a function of your phone.
That is the only thing that I would be like, damn, that really sucks that it went away. The rest of it could be gone tomorrow. I don't give a damn.
How many apps do you use in a day? How many apps do you use in a day?
Maps, Twitter, Instagram,
I
TikTok.
I use the Nike Run Club app that I use to track my steps.
Yeah.
And the fitness app. And I'm not going to lie. I look at Instagram Reels a lot, but if after a day or so, if it's gone, I don't care.
Email app.
The food ones you sent.
Email's an app?
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's every day then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jorge?
Yeah, if we can get rid of it. I don't have a Facebook. I don't have, Instagram. We do for Carlo. We share it for the company, whatever, for our 360 camera stuff. But I really don't use it, and I honestly don't even know how to upload a video either.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you get rid of Twitter, great. I tell a friend of mine who pushes me to have Instagram and this and this. She says, "Oh, you can build your brand. You can build this." I'm like, great. But look, if I was doing fine without it, I think I could be. I mean, without it in my life now, I'm fine with or without it. So
I do like Instagram, and I like the Reels because there's tons of food. There's a lot of golf. There's stuff I like on there, but I could live without it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there an ultimate switch somewhere in the universe where I can go turn off the internet?
Delete the app.
No, I just want to turn off the internet.
Get a dumb phone.
Yeah.
And just use that.
No, I mean for the world. Just,
no.
just
Then-
unplug
Nope.
the internet from the world.
Nope.
Let's go back.
We're down the road, my friend. That is a wrap. All right, Factor Cap is brought to you by Joseph S. Normand. You have a lot of choices in your legal team, but family always comes first with Joe. 213-747-2000. That's the law office of Joseph S. Normand. Here's that number again, 213-747-2000 or normandlegal.com. Back to the Dodgers, and Sasaki isn't the only great pitcher they picked up over the weekend. That's next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
On this day, we remember the message
I have a dream.
and the hope
Sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood.
of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
When we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city.
ESPN LA,
Free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
710.
Hey, everybody, excited to have with me in studio the one and only Dr. Monica Madden from Beverly Hills Ortho. Hi, Dr. Madden.
Hi, thanks for having me. This is exciting.
All right, let's get to why we want everybody to listen carefully, because you have a special offer for ESPN LA listeners. Tell me about it.
We're really happy to be part of the ESPN LA family and so grateful for everyone listening right now. We are giving the first 5 people who register now and every time this airs $1,000 off Invisalign or braces treatment. Just go to BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and enter the code SMILE and you're on your way.
So enter the code SMILE at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and I could get $1,000 off Invisalign?
Yes, absolutely.
And what if I wanted to just call the office? Can I get the offer that way?
Yes, absolutely. Just say SMILE and you heard it on ESPN.
877-7, let's do this.
Yes.
Or, Monica, as I like to say, BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats. We've got some late-breaking news coming out of the stands. According to multiple sources, Vivid Seats fans are scoring rewards on every purchase and at a rapid pace. Obviously, these rewards are a game changer, and coupled with their MVP-worthy ticket selection, why get tickets anywhere else? Don't drop the ball this season. Shop with Vivid Seats and earn rewards on every ticket. And as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, Vivid Seats is offering you $20 off your first $200 ticket purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
Time out. Your body goals don't have an off season. GNC is ready to help you get a stronger start on the new year with help building more muscle and proven weight loss support. Need a boost? We're ready with GNC vitamins for your longest winter days. Want the best energy drinks? They're at GNC. Never tried creatine before? Get ready to be amazed. GNC coaches are ready to help you in stores everywhere, and you can shop our full collection of flavors and online exclusives at GNC.com. GNC, live well.
And it is the Travis DeMarco Show on this Monday on Michelob Ultra. Reaction Monday, Michelob Ultra. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Just like you enjoy Travis DeMarco on 7:10 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, and of course, on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. We continue on this MLK Day on 7:10.
Reminder, set aside Wednesday, right? Mason and Ireland on Wednesday. That's coming up in just a couple of days, January 22nd. Live from the Ralph's in Redondo Beach. We're teaming up with BBGO to support the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank and their relief efforts for victims of the Southern California fires. More details coming as we get closer to it, but it is Wednesday, January 22nd from noon to 3, Mason and Ireland at the Ralph's in Redondo Beach.
Do you know who that is right there? Play that music. Guess who that is?
I don't know.
That's O'Shea's daddy.
Oh, okay.
That is
Senior.
Okay.
Dude, this was the banger. This is how you just ride on the 405.
I
Who
know
is the woman
now.
singing? Wait, I don't know about riding.
Yeah. I mean,
you know what they
middle
call
of the
it?
night.
You know why they call it the 405? Because you go 4 or 5 miles an hour.
At night when nobody's on the road. I got pulled over, by the way. I forgot to tell you that.
When?
I got pulled over last night coming from LMU going down PCH.
Going back to your house?
Going back to my house at like 2:30 in the morning.
Which jurisdiction got you?
I think it
CHP?
might have been Redondo.
Redondo? Oh,
Redondo
so
Beach
municipal
got
police.
Me. Yeah, he
Okay.
U-turned me, and I saw him on my tail. I was flying. I was
You
trying to
don't
get home.
Okay.
I was trying to get home. And
Did he
was
write
cool.
you one?
No, he was cool. He let me go. Yeah,
Okay.
he had me roll down all the windows, though, which kind of freaked me out. I got a Suburban.
Oh, okay.
Windows were
Oh, you
blacked
want to make
out.
sure there's nobody in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, I
but
get
it kind
that.
of freaked me out for a minute. But he was
I
like,
get it.
"Hey, just slow down. There's nobody out here. I get it. You want to go home? Where are you coming from?"
Did he know who you were?
I think he did, but he played it chill.
Okay.
Because I had the Rams gear on.
Okay.
And I said, I just came back from Philly, took my license, came back and said, I get it. There's no cars on the road. Just slow it down.
That's how that's supposed to go.
Yeah, but I was flying, though, bro. I mean,
Okay.
if he would have caught me like 5 seconds earlier,
Plus 30 over?
Oh, easy. I mean, come on, bro.
40?
It's 2 in the morning, and you hit those long stretches on PCH. I'm mashing.
40?
What's the speed limit?
50?
What's the speed limit? I don't know.
Yeah. Let's say the speed limit's
Yeah.
45 miles an hour.
I was plus some, a lot.
You were over.
Bro, I could not tell you how many times I got so frustrated. It's all green, and there's nobody on the road. But it just seemed like I kept intersecting with people coming the other way. Like, why are you making me stop?
I know. Somebody's probably going to work at that point in the morning.
But 5 seconds later, I pass you. No, come on. Okay.
It's so funny you say that. So last night, I told you, so I get home from the postgame show, and it's dark. It's not super late, but it's dark. It's like, I don't know, 7 or so.
Yeah.
And I'm out taking a walk, and there is it's Niguel Road, kind of sort of near my house, and it's just a long street. It's Sunday night at 7:30, or there's not a ton of traffic. There's a little bit of traffic, and there's an intersection there there's rarely cars at, right?
Okay.
So the light's almost always green. Okay, but there is a button to crosswalk, right?
You didn't. No, Travis. No, you did not.
I did, and I'm like, you know what? And I walk by it, and for no reason other than to just be a pain in the you know what, I hit the button.
Why did you do that?
And
no.
all of a sudden, you can just hear the car stop, and you're like, that, because you look around, there's no car. So
Bro,
clearly
I
somebody had to
regularly
push the button.
Scream at pedestrians.
And
Why?
It's like I just an instinct. I'm walking by. I'm like, bang.
Just wait. Let the car go and go behind it.
No. I wasn't crossing. I was walking.
You did it just for no reason?
Just to stop the light.
Oh, you're American Psycho. Look at you. Oh, you should be locked up.
And I laughed out loud when I did it, and then I realized, like, that's bad karma.
That is horrible.
That you shouldn't have done that.
Your next
that's
stub
bad
toe.
karma.
You know
My
where it
next
came
stub toe, or the next time I'm in the middle of the night, I'm driving along.
Yes.
Why did that light
There
turn
you
red
go.
for no
Oh my
reason?
God, it's so frustrating.
I'm a bad guy.
Yep.
I'm a bad guy.
You are. Why would you do that?
1 for 13 with 7 strikeouts. Okay.
Say that again.
1 for 13 with 7 strikeouts.
1 for 13 with 7. That's not good.
That's bad.
That's no bueno.
That's no bueno. That's Shohei Ohtani's numbers against Tanner Scott, who the Dodgers just signed for 4 years and $74 million. So the one guy that Shohei Ohtani can't hit now pitches for his own team. He'll never have to face him. 4 for 74.
4 for 74. Yeah, Ohtani could pay that. Because I would pay that to figure out.
Ohtani can pay for anything.
Well, what do you have on me?
What do you mean?
What do you have on me that no one else has?
So
Why do you keep getting me out?
This is a baseball thing that's weird. Occasionally, there's just a guy you just can't hit.
I know. Tell me
there's,
why.
There's another guy.
What are you seeing? What are you doing? What are you aiming at?
You don't see the ball well out of his hands. He's got a weird thing that you can't track. And I guarantee you there's another guy that just wears Tanner Scott out.
I'm sure.
It's a weird deal like that. Nolan Ryan told me a story one time where he was talking about, he goes, if Willie McCovey would come up, I'm good. Dave Winfield comes up, I'm good. George Brett, let's go. He goes, Mark Belanger, who's like a lifetime 205 hitter, he goes, I couldn't get him out. I couldn't get him out. Like there was no way for me to get this. It's a weird baseball thing.
There's that guy on on YouTube. He's the shot guy, and his thing is, I understand it now.
The shot? What do you mean by shot guy?
He shoots these 3-pointers. He's like a trick shot guy.
Oh, okay.
Like he'll have the entire rim covered with nails, the backboard covered with these long nails. There's only one place for the ball to go, and he'll shoot it, miss, and go, I understand it now, and then he won't miss again. So certain guys, you can just tell, I see it. I see where to put the ball. Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
You'll love it.
Yeah.
It's weird when he figures it out. And it's not just basketballs, it's like little trick shots. And he'll go, I understand it now. And then he starts just draining them.
So is he just like a master of angles and things like that? Yeah.
It's certain guys, when you see them, I just know how to play you. I know how to get you out. But I would pay for that if I was Ohtani.
Oh,
if that guy was out there, I'd pay him.
So I just want to run through this. Okay, real quick, and we can go through the offensive lineup. We can go through the starting pitching lineup, but just for the sake of this, put this aside for a half a second. This is who the Dodgers are going to have in their bullpen next season. These are just bullpen arms. Okay, Michael Kopech, who basically was unhittable throughout the entire postseason.
Looks like Greg.
He does. He's got a bearded white guy. Looks like Greg.
I think he does not look like Greg.
Greg looks like everyone.
Right.
Greg's in the CIA.
Brewstar Gratterall throws 100, high leverage arm.
Bazooka.
Tanner Scott, who they just got, I
love that name.
Who was the very best relief pitcher available in Major League Baseball on the market this year. Dodgers got him. Blake Trinan. Don't even need to say anything.
Yes.
Evan Phillips. Really, really good relief pitcher.
Blake Trinan, super country, ain't he?
Yes.
Okay.
Alex Vezia pitched great for the Dodgers in the postseason last year. High leverage arm. Ryan Brazier. He's the worst guy on this list. He's really good. You've got Kopech, Gratterall, Scott, Trinan, Phillips, Vezia, Brazier.
Banda?
Banda too.
Good looking.
This is just your bullpen. This is not guys that could drop out of your rotation.
No.
These are just straight bullpen arms. This is not Snell, Yamamoto, Otani, Glasnow, Sasaki, May, Gonsolin, Kershaw. That's not even counting any of those guys.
Yeah.
That's not counting Will Smith, Friedman, is it Haesong? Is that how we landed on his name? Haesong?
Sure.
Ha-Song, I think is what it is. Whatever. Mookie, Muncy, Conforto, Edmund, Teo.
You're talking about the Korean guy?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay. What are you looking forward to this year? The Dodgers have a legit chance to win every day.
Yep.
Every day.
Yep.
Like the advantage is on them every single day of baseball. How is this fun?
I want to change it. It's not they have a chance because that I don't think properly.
Chance is fair. You got a better than average chance of winning.
I think it's beyond that. That's what I mean. I don't think it's just I think you are if this holds up, and I understand there's going to be days where there are guys hurt.
Yeah.
You should win every day. I know they're not going to. But this isn't hey, we got a chance. This is you're a heavy favorite nearly every night.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, not a favorite.
That's impossible.
A heavy favorite.
That's impossible. But here it is. What is the record for wins in a year?
116.
You're going to threaten that. You know that.
I think so too.
You'll probably break that. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to win the World Series.
No, it doesn't.
But definitely every regular season record probably will fall.
I so badly want to go. No, man, it never.
You can't.
I can't.
That's your bullpen. Now go through the starting lineup. Enjoy
ready?
that.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Will Smith. This is just catcher. Will Smith. First base. Freddie Freeman. Second base. Some combination of Kim Kike. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mookie at short. I don't think he'll play short, but Mookie. Let's just put Mookie at short. Third base. Max Muncy. Left field. Michael Conforto or Kike. Center field. Tommy Edman. Right field. Teoscar Hernandez.
Obviously good enough to win a World Series. Without all that.
Where's the okay? I like last year there weren't many, but there were one or two spots. Like just collect yourself because we're getting started.
Okay,
who are you excited to pitch to?
I'm making an edict right now. Dodger fans are not allowed to hate the Chiefs because you are the same. I don't want to hear it.
Let's talk about why you should hate the Chiefs. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Today,
I still have a dream.
we celebrate
This nation will rise up.
With the devastating fires that have struck Southern California, there are options for you if you're dealing with food insecurity. It is the LA Regional Food Bank. You can go to lafoodbank.org/fire. We are also looking for collections from you. All kinds of stuff needed for people that are dealing with the fire right now. Please join us in helping our friends and neighbors who are dealing.
A Lexus NX250. Be here on the 31st at 10 p.m. for your chance to win a Lexus.
Morongo, good times. This is the Doctor in the Dugout with Dr. Alan Byer, presented by Hoag Orthopedic Institute.
I'm often asked about people who suffer their first back injury, think they've pulled a muscle in their back, and they don't stretch enough as far as their back is concerned. So when do you seek care from a doctor when you've sustained a back injury? At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, we like to tell people that the most important thing is to watch and see if that back pain is radiating down your leg, causing any numbness, causing any weakness, arthritis, or any bowel or bladder dysfunction. These are surgical problems usually and require a more urgent visit to the emergency room rather than waiting to see the doctor. If none of these signs are present, it's safe to wait it out, rest for a few days, and seek medical care from your doctor within a week or so. Hope that helps. Keep stretching your back. If that doesn't get better in a week or 10 days, that's when it's time to seek the orthopedic specialist. Hope this keeps you on the field, and keep listening. We'll be back soon.
Keep listening for more on the road to recovery right here on 710 ESPN.
Rams fans, if you missed out on any of the action this past season, don't make the same mistake. Clinch your spot in the Rams house for 2025. Catch every home game next year, including marquee matchups against the Niners, Texans, Bucs, and Lions. In addition, enjoy home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event presale access. To experience the energy at SoFi Stadium and all these benefits, visit therams.com/2025. therams.com/2025. Secure your season tickets and see you at the Rams house.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
Here we go, Monday, January 20th, 2025. Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr, the Travis and DeMarco Show is on for this MLK Monday and Inauguration Monday. Oh, and a Rams Reaction Monday. Yes, yesterday at the Link in frosty Philadelphia. Don't know if the Rams were quite prepared for a snow game, but that's what it turned into in the second half. And yet, Matthew Stafford. And the Rams got so close.
Stafford from the shotgun in this divisional round. Playing for another week in the postseason. Matthew lets it go right side. Incomplete. Out of bounds. No penalty flags are down. And the Eagles will win. Sean McVay furious running down the sideline to give it to this officiating crew.
But in the end, the Eagles pull out the divisional playoff game. They move to the NFC Championship game while we will begin to ponder what is next for our Los Angeles Rams. Have the Lakers pondered anything after getting annihilated last night by the Clippers at Intuit Dome? We'll discuss. And the World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers, what move will they make today? It's like a move every day, right? All of that, plus we'll find out how producer Emily survived that 12-hour TikTok ban. Let's do it Monday, a Rams Reaction Monday, a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday on the Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah. Yes, sir. It is the end of the line for the Rams for the 2024 season. What a game yesterday in Philadelphia. It was fun to watch. It was exciting. I really did think they were going to win it when they got the ball back with the way that they did. Matthew Stafford was going to do it for them. And I hope that we get to, Matthew Stafford for a whole nother year. I think that's the number one question heading into the offseason is he back or not? And if he is, at how much?
Jordan Rodriguez asked him right to his face, right in the presser after. But let's talk about your future. Said he didn't want to talk about it, but he said he's got a lot of football left. He wants to play. He said, this hurts, but this is why you keep playing.
He's another one that's just so competitive that as long as he can still have a chance, and he clearly does, he's going to want to play.
Where would you go? Like, just have fun. Of course, we want Matthew Stafford back here. But where can you put him to where it's a ready-built team? All they're missing is a quarterback.
I got one. And I'm not saying that if they get him, they go win the Super Bowl.
Seattle?
But they're much better than they are right now, and they're already pretty good. Pittsburgh.
The Steelers. Are you firing Tomlin?
No.
You're keeping Tomlin.
No.
Matthew Stafford.
They are a good team. They got a good coach. They function really well. Their quarterbacks for the last few years have been bad. And Matthew Stafford is not bad.
Are they going to pay him premium?
I don't know. You're telling me
the Steelers pay him premium bucks.
Where's a spot that if all of a sudden Matthew Stafford's on the Steelers, you're like, okay.
Well, I do know Seattle's coming open, maybe, if they don't pay Geno. And if he had a DK Metcalf, those type of receivers, Jackson and Jigma Smith, oh, my God.
That dude's a baller.
Oh, dude. So there's two things. Keep Stafford and get some younger, explosive receivers that could supplement him. Make sure you protect him. Keep guys in front. But if you give him the weapons to get down the field, obviously he can still spin it.
No question.
Obviously, you can still spin it. Yeah, just that close in a snowstorm, you almost beat Philadelphia.
Like Sean McVay said, he goes, I didn't see that game ending any other way other than 29-28.
Yeah.
I said to Emily and Jorge and Kirk, we were watching the game yesterday, I'm like, they're going to win this game.
Yeah.
Like, when they got the ball back, it was about 2 minutes to go. They needed to drive the field with Matthew Stafford. The Eagles were kind of on their heels. He had them. They were getting tired. The offense always has the advantage in weather like that.
Yeah.
Like, all of those things, like, they're going to win. And if you told me, hey, listen, your season's on the line. You got 2 minutes. Matthew Stafford, you're down 6. You want it? Let's go.
Heck yeah. Let's do that again.
Let's do it again.
Yep.
And so that brings us to this. The Rams defense was terrific again yesterday. As weird as it
7
sounds
sacks.
to say that Barkley did what Barkley did, but they had 7 sacks. They got a special player in Jared Verse. Turner and Young are really good. Braden Fisk is really good. You've got a good defensive unit that, at least not yet, you don't have to pay them. It's coming, but it's not coming
least a year or
next
two
season.
off. Yeah.
Right? Could this be a run Stafford back, get him that explosive help that you need on the offensive side? Maybe it's a draft pick, maybe it's a trade, maybe it's a free agent, somewhere in there. And this is a team that comes back next year that still has maybe Kupp's not here, maybe Higbee's not here. Ideally, you'd like to keep everybody, but you probably can't keep everybody.
Yeah.
But this is a Matthew Stafford with some new faces and a defense that is leading this team.
Yeah, absolutely. There's something to build on. Yeah. Wanting 9 back, yeah. We said how it will determine if he's coming back based on how he finishes. The guy was gunning to the very end.
Yeah.
Bring 9 back. Now, the other people. So Joe Noteboom makes a lot of money. He was inactive for the last 2 weeks.
He's gone.
What would you do with Jonah Jackson?
I'd probably move on.
Or would you give him one more shot at it?
I'd probably move on.
Okay, because I don't think you're moving on from Kevin Dotson.
Nope.
I don't think you're moving on from Bo Lemmer at center,
Nope.
who is my newcomer of the year.
Yep.
And Steve Avila is planted at left guard.
Yep.
So I don't see a spot for him, so move on. What would you do with Kyron Williams? Now, before, I know everybody's mad he fumbled, and I get you. It's frustrating. That's twice.
Let me ask you. He's under contract for next year, right?
Yes.
Then I would do nothing. Bring him back.
But he's going to want
Nope, we're
an
not doing
extension.
No.
Is he under contract? Yeah, I think he is.
My answer is unless they're in a, like, you have to pay him because he's up, I bring him. I want him on my team, but I'm not giving him any more than he's already due.
Are you impressed with 1,300 yards on the ground in this day and age? Because I heard Troy Aikman said it. He's
I disagree with that. Yeah, I heard what he said, and I disagreed with what he said.
What's Najee's last name?
Davenport.
Yeah. 8 years or whatever it was at 1,000 yards a year, and he said that couldn't impress me less.
No. I heard that, and I didn't agree with that.
Me either.
But I do.
Okay.
I don't think all 1,200 or 1,100 yard seasons are created equal.
Yeah.
I think that there are. You just accumulate them steady by being a good football player. And then
and you got to be available.
Yeah, and you got to be available.
Yes.
And then there's guys that are trouble. Kyron Williams is the first thing.
Definitely not trouble.
He's not trouble.
Yeah.
Like Saquon is trouble. Derrick Henry is trouble.
Oh, you mean trouble like dangerous?
Pop one.
Okay, yeah.
Trouble, like not trouble off the field. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying that he's a guy that is, I got to know where he is at all times. Explosive's a better word.
Okay.
Explosive's a better word. So let me back up even more. Last season felt like coming off the 5-12 season, it was all right, let's see what this is one more time. And this may be a rebuilding year, right? That this may be at some point they start getting rid of guys and they start to develop. Instead, they went to the playoffs. Got to run it back this year. This year felt like hey man, we kind of got ourselves in a weird pickle. Like we got to do it again. We're a playoff team. We can't start rebuilding right now. And it started the way it did. And you're like, okay, rebuild's coming. Not really. You found out that you got a really good defense. So what felt like the end of an era is almost the beginning of a different era with this defense being the way that it is. Only the end of the last era on offense needs to be a part of this new era on defense. Does that make sense?
Totally. I think with this defense, and I would keep it together, I would fight as hard as I could to keep it together. And I don't think Shula gets a job out of this, maybe interviews.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
He definitely upped his Q rating.
He got closer to the Q to get the job.
Definitely, yes. So I would keep that group together. I think they have a chance to grow and be special, and they're cheap. which helps the offense. You can make some moves there.
Run it again.
Run it. Well, I mean,
not exactly the same thing.
To pay Stafford, you're going to have to you're going to eliminate some other people.
Here's my order of operation.
Yes.
Right. If I'm triaging this,
yes,
I got to come to a deal with Matthew Stafford. If that means I got to pay him what he needs, I'm going to do it. If that costs me Cooper Kupp, I can live with it. I can live with it. I don't want to, but I can do it. If it means it costs me Tyler Higbee, I don't like it. If it comes down to give Stafford what he needs or keep Higbee, I'm going to give Stafford what he needs.
Higbee or Kupp? Who would you? One has to go.
Oh,
Higbee or Kupp? One has to go.
Kupp's got to go.
Really?
Yeah,
My God, man. Wow, that's a lot of your offense.
It is.
That's
a win.
And look, I think
that's a lot of your offense.
He does a lot of things.
Yeah.
He was really, really quiet this year. That I know there's stuff that shows up on film. I know he's a good blocker. I know he's a good teammate. But Tyler Higbee was catching passes and getting in the end zone.
Yeah.
Tyler Higbee, when he came back, was a very impactful player on this team. You can tell that he was an important part of what they're doing.
Very good tight end. The best Rams tight end of all time, you could say that.
I'll buy it.
Yep.
Cooper Kupp, to me, feels like you've gotten what you're going to get, and as much as it sucks, you might have to move on.
Then you're going to have to train somebody to be that guy. I guess it's going to be Puka
Is that not
Nacua.
Puka?
I guess it's going to have to be Puka, but, I mean, a lot of the stuff, it's like when you drive a manual transmission car, right?
Yeah.
If Matthew Stafford is the gas and the stick shift, Cooper Kupp is the clutch. I mean, these motions shift, everything to get people open. That's a lot of your offense, and he knows it like the back of his hand. That's a big deal.
Look, if you can bring him back on a team-friendly deal, great. Like, I would rather have him than not have him, but I can't have him at that price.
If I was Kupp, I'd rather retire here. I would.
Okay, yeah. Hopefully he feels that way.
Yeah.
And hopefully I will take less to stay here is more appealing than I want the money and I'll go there.
I got to ask Isaac. Isaac, I think he hated his time in San Francisco. He just did it out of spite. Yeah, he caught his 1,000th reception against the Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah, he proved the point, but it's not his home. If I'm Cooper Kupp, I want to be here. Yeah.
By the way, the Najee you were talking about was Najee Harris.
Najee Harris, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's from Antioch too.
He's going to have to take a big haircut if he wants to stay.
I think that's fair. I mean, you miss games. You're clearly Puka's the guy now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you have to do the right thing, and the right thing would be to make sure you stay here.
Puka's the guy. We're on the same page there, but they need another guy that's the guy, and I don't think that's Kupp. I don't think the Kupp from the Super Bowl season, the Triple Crown, one of the best wide receivers in football.
Yeah.
I think that guy's gone.
You may have to adjust your offense some,
okay.
or let Stafford have more autonomy within the system to go vertical.
I don't want Kupp to go, but if that's what ends up happening because of the keeping the other guys, that's just the tough reality of the NFL. And I could live with it. I wouldn't like it, but I could live with it.
What if I told
Stafford's
you like
on another team? You're going to be worse at the most important spot on the field if Matthew Stafford's not here.
What if I told you having Kupp on this roster makes Stafford a better quarterback, even if he's not throwing him the ball?
Okay,
because that's what's happening.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you, but I would also say that if I got to make a decision, Matthew Stafford's the guy that stays.
I'd be begging for Kupp to take the pay cut and stay.
And if I got to go into somewhere else, I'm going to trust that Matthew Stafford can find a way to get stuff done because he typically always does.
Yeah.
He's just that sort of guy. He has to come back because there is no player in the draft. There is no player that's going to shake loose in a trade.
Everybody keeps talking about Kirk Cousins, and I want to throw stuff.
Matthew Stafford is so much better than Kirk Cousins.
Or Sam Darnold, and I want to throw stuff.
Look, if that's what you end up with because you can't come to an agreement on money,
that's fair.
Then
if
that is what it is.
Legit offer, and he says no and gets more someplace else, I get it.
Then that's what you get.
But if you tell me you'd rather have Cousins or Darnold than him, I want to throw
in
stuff.
In a vacuum. The answer may be I'd rather have Cousins or Darnold at half the price than Stafford.
Yeah.
I don't agree, but I understand it. But if the answer is
there's no way on this planet I'd rather have those two than him.
Never. No chance, no how, no way. Join Mason in Ireland on Wednesday. That's this Wednesday, January 22nd, live from the Ralphs in Redondo Beach. We're teaming up with BBGO to support the LA Regional Food Bank and their relief efforts for victims of the fires that have been taking place here in LA. More details to come, but it is Wednesday, January 22nd, noon to 3, Mason in Ireland at the Ralphs in Redondo Beach. Let's talk about the other games that we saw. We got the championship games that are set. We'll get into those coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Cruising around in my Rotolo Chevrolet this weekend because why not? Why not? I got a badass Silverado that I like to go around in. It makes me feel good. I get to sit nice and high, and I got it at Rotolo Chevrolet. Got that other car from Rotolo Chevrolet sitting in the driveway as well. Yes, I drive my Silverado, and I bought cars from Rotolo Chevrolet as well. Why? Because I feel great about it, because I know the guys. I know how they take care of just about every single person that comes through that door. Courteous, transparent, upfront. How do I know? Because I've seen it, I've experienced it, and they've won Dealer of the Year 13 years in a row. And they do it with exactly that formula, by making you feel special, by making you feel like you know what's up, right? That's all any of us really want. Hey, what's going on? What does this cost? How is it going to be? Rotolo Chevrolet is going to take you through the entire process step by step, and you're going to love it. Go see for yourself what all the fun's about at Rotolo Chevrolet. Right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit, can't miss it. All the Silverados, all the Chevy cars and trucks. And if Fontana is not like next door to where you are, go online, RotoloChevy.com, ROTOLO, RotoloChevy.com, and tell them that Travis sent you.
After a long 5-game, 10-day road trip, the Kings finally return home to Crypto.com Arena, where they've been the best home team in the NHL this season. Kopitar wins the draw back for Spence. He skates toward the middle, gives it to Fiala to the left, and back for Spence, top of the right circle. Back for Fiala, in deep for Kopitar, centering pass, score! Kepe, back post, slid it 5-hole through to Cole.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, you know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, inside Crypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
Football experience, Absolute Sport can make it happen. From exclusive travel packages to unforgettable events, they'll get you right into the heart of the action. Don't just watch the big game, live it with Absolute Sport. Visit us.absolute-sport.com, that's ABSOLUT-sport, and gear up for a trip of a lifetime. Absolute Sport, where fans become legends.
Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and there's extensive water damage. This is when it can feel as though your relationship with your insurance has become an abusive one. They don't agree that you need a replacement living arrangement, despite it being glaringly obvious. Then, the insurance adjuster leaves you hanging. You feel abandoned with a home that is no longer livable, and you now have no other choice than to use the insurance contractor to make repairs, which includes their brazen attempt at lowballing the estimate. Okay, so here's what you do. You take a deep breath, then you call Avner Gatt. They're one of California's largest public adjusting firms, and trust me, size does matter in this case because Avner Gatt has experienced it all. Insurance companies can make you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope in getting your home back together. Avner Gatt knows exactly how to handle these situations. Not only do they have extensive knowledge on how to handle your dilemma, but they remain passionate about helping people. It's why Avner and his family continue to take the calls themselves at Avner Gatt Inc. They cover all of Southern California, and if I haven't convinced you with all of these truth bombs thus far, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. So, whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. And you can go online to avnergatt.com.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
And it is the Travis and DeMarco Show on this Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. Got a full day on this MLK Day. Coming up at 12 o'clock, the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. They'll get all the reaction on the Rams yesterday. You know, hopefully Mason's heart isn't breaking anymore. 2 p.m., Sedano and Cap will start at 2 o'clock. Combo play. They'll go till 4:30. Then at 4:30 p.m., we bring you the college football championship final. It is a final. Or at least it will be tonight. Notre Dame, Ohio State. That's at 4:30 p.m. You'll hear it courtesy of ESPN Radio. Right here on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. So don't touch the button, yo! Not on this Monday on 710.
What is up with you, man? I like this Jorge. Hey.
Since football season's over, for you, for me, forever.
Oh, this is our party going out.
Yeah. Not for DeAndre. DeAndre's still going.
Okay.
Yeah, DeAndre's got his squad in
Yeah.
there. Do we have
And
anybody here
Funchy.
that's a Buffalo person or
Funchy.
Chiefs person? Yeah, Funches is a Commanders fan.
Yeah.
And he was sad because he wanted to see
He
the
did.
Commanders play at SoFi,
would've
so
been
now
cool.
he will have to watch from home.
He was in here yesterday getting ready for the Lakers when the Rams game was finishing up.
Yeah.
And he had on a very, very sweet Deion Sanders throwback.
No way.
A Washington Redskins
Oh,
Deion Sanders
gorgeous.
throwback.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
really cool.
I wonder if that's part of the emotion. Seeing it from a lot of people were crying at the end of that game.
Which game?
The Rams game.
Okay.
A lot of people were crying.
Talking about players, staff?
Everybody liked the way it ended. I've been a part of seasons that have ended before. And
It's not always like that?
No, not that heartbreaking. I
Yeah.
wonder if coming back here, what it would have meant to the city. You know what I mean? And how you lost. But coming back here for an NFC championship game would have meant a lot.
You know, I don't know, how do I want to say this? I don't want to say that Rams fans, obviously, you lose, the season comes to an end, it sucks. And especially when you had a chance to win a game, which they did have a chance to win. And you can kind of process it, and you'll eventually land in a place where it's like, okay, let's get ready for the next one. As a Rams fan, and most of the Rams fans I know, it's a weird place to be in because as long as Sean McVay is here, you have like this basic level of competency that's always going to be a part of what it is they're doing.
Yeah.
Like I know they had a bad season after the Super Bowl, but they had a million injuries. Like they're just,
I would take the specter of Stafford not being here off the table now.
Yeah.
I would.
I hope so.
Yeah, so
but they're going to be good next year.
You've got him, and you've got a young defense that's building.
Yeah.
Everybody on that defense is in their first or second year, with the exception of a few.
It's different.
Yeah.
Like I'll use this as the counterpoint. In Detroit, they're having a different feeling right now. The feeling in Detroit is, did we miss our shot? That they blew a 17-point lead in the NFC Championship game 2 years ago. They should have won that game. They didn't. They were the number one seed at home, got a bye, playing against a rookie quarterback who, I get it, is special, all of those things. And not only did they lose, they played badly. In particular, their quarterback played badly. They're going to lose not one, but probably both of their coordinators in Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson. Both of those guys probably get hired to be head coaches somewhere else. And you wonder if the Lions' window doesn't snap
close
shut
in a
after
hurry.
a couple of years.
I mean, I don't think Jared's done.
I don't think he's done.
Yeah.
But this, it does feel like the last two seasons were their best chances to kind of break through and go to the Super Bowl.
With this era, this group, definitely, I think they missed their opportunity. I don't think it's closed, but it's closing fast. And this could be the last banner they hang. Did they win the North?
Yes.
They did win the North. How many times have they won the North since Goff has been there?
Did they win it last? They won it last year.
For
two.
Detroit standards, this will probably be their I don't know, best team since Barry Sanders.
I get that,
Yeah.
and but it also was. This was the year they were supposed to go to the Super Bowl for the first time ever. The number one seed.
True.
They've never been the number one seed.
Yeah.
This was a new.
This
lane
was it
for them.
I think
this was it.
You might be right. They may have missed their window.
They were not going to have to go on the road.
Yeah.
Everybody was coming to them. They've got Goff. They've got Brown or St. Brown. They've got Gibbs. Montgomery is back. You've got Laporta. You've got like a really good group of guys.
Yeah.
And you went 0-1. You went
missed.
one and done. And not because the other guy showed up and was awesome, which he was, but they laid an egg.
I wonder how
they
this
turned
ends.
it over 4 times, 5 times.
I wonder how this ends for their coach at some point. Like how does he leave Detroit? Being fired or resigning or going out as the guy that brought a championship to Detroit?
Not the last thing.
I didn't think so.
The other things are in play.
Yeah.
He may go somewhere else. He may get fired ultimately because look, that play they ran, that trick play where they had the wide receiver throw the pass.
Oh yeah.
Right? That was a terrible decision. The game is still very much in doubt at this point, right? I think they're down 10. There's like 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Maybe there's a lot of time left. They're in it. Why are we having a wide receiver throw a pass in one of the most important plays of the game?
Isn't that Ben Johnson though?
But no, he's the head coach. He can veto that if he wants to.
Not to pick nits, just from a coaching aspect. It could have been a great time to run it. It was just poorly executed. That's the coaching side.
And wasn't that with that when Jared Goff was in the tent and it was Teddy
Goff
Bridgewater?
was on the field. I watched it again this morning.
Okay.
Goff was on the field. But here's my
Bridgewater
point.
scored.
here's my point about this.
Yeah.
That maybe it was the right call, but my point is it was poorly executed because you're asking a wide receiver to throw a pass. It's not what they do. When it comes down to the biggest moments of the game, I want my best players to have the game in their hands. And for better or for worse, Jared Goff, he throws passes.
True.
Right? Give it to Jahmyr Gibbs. Let one of these guys that does what they do do it.
So I'm standing in Philadelphia and I'm looking up at their banners, right? And part of this made me feel proud. There's a gap between like 94 and like 2000 to where the Eagles weren't relevant.
Yeah.
Well, that's when we were. That made me smile a little bit.
Yeah.
But then I looked up at the Super Bowl banners. There's only one up there.
Yeah.
There's some World Championship banners, but in the modern era, there's only
Super
one
Bowl era.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Well, how did they win the Super Bowl?
Trick play.
Philly special. See what I mean? When it works, it's great.
It was in the first half.
When it's poorly executed, it looks
I'm
it's
not
bad.
saying there isn't a place for a trick play. I'm saying the Philly special that they ran, the game was not on the line necessarily. There was still a lot of time left in that game when they ran it.
When it's run right, you catch a defense with their pants down.
I am not. If you're saying, hey, listen, you got to play to keep your season alive or not, that is not the time to have a wide receiver throw a pass.
No, a poorly executed play, but the thing that got me was Campbell shaking his head. And I agree, man. That came through your headset. We're going to run the reverse pass.
Nope, hold on. No.
Come up with something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope, you okayed it. It didn't work. That's part of you. You
It
can't
is
blame
a
your OC on that.
Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. We're reacting Rams, Eagles, Lions, Commanders, all these games, the entire NFL divisional round. Lakers, Dodgers. Dodgers signed 2 more guys. Just crazy. Kings and more. Thanks to Michelob Ultra. 2.6 carbs. 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. I had the moment.
Don't say that word.
What's that?
Don't say the word.
Which word?
The other basketball team in town. We're not talking about them, but go ahead.
The
Go
winning
ahead.
team?
We're not even talking
Who
about the
cares?
NBA. No more NBA.
Who cares?
I'm frustrated.
His new team.
You don't want me to talk about the Timberwolves?
Did you say my new team?
Or the
please.
Spurs?
Look at you.
Wanted to join that
Also,
team.
it was
The
a game
Hawks?
in the middle of January. Okay.
Actually, I did have season tickets to the Clippers. I did.
No, you didn't.
I swear to God I did.
Why?
The Sam Cassell, Elton Brand era. You want to know why? Honestly speaking, this is why I know.
You wanted to see the other teams come through town.
No, I just didn't want to pay for Laker tickets. I just wanted to go see basketball. That's why I was a Clipper fan. Yeah, me, Billy Crystal. Who was the guy from Green Mile? The guy that's dead?
Michael Clark Duncan. And Laverne.
And the
What's Laverne's real name? She's passed now.
Her.
Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah, there were like 4 people in the arena
She did
every night.
the League of Their Own. She was the director. Penny Marshall. Penny Marshall was a Clipper fan. Yeah.
It was
Laverne.
It was fun for a minute. Yeah, but that was it. Yeah.
I had my moment.
Did you?
Over the weekend, where I'm watching the Chiefs and the Texans, and I'm like, I hate these guys. And it's like it wasn't any one like it's just I'm done.
Yeah.
We've gone past the point of no return.
The NFL.
And
it's not just Mahomes. I hate him right now too, but it's the NFL screwing this up.
I remember, I'm old enough to remember when Tom Brady was the charming, cute little guy that was drafted in the 6th round. Oh my God, Tom, look at this. This is the greatest story. He won another one. This is amazing too. Dude, I hate this guy. Get this guy off my TV. They win everything. It happened this weekend with me with the Chiefs. I don't know if it was the roughing penalties. I don't know if it was him trying to do the rope-a-dope, take a hit, not take a hit, dive late, all that. I don't know if it was the 10,000th cutaway to Taylor Swift and Caitlin Clark. I don't know what it was.
You're a big believer in karma, right?
I'm like,
it's going to come back.
Enough, dude.
Yep.
I'm done with these guys.
I'm with you. You're a big believer in karma, right?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, that's all going to come back on Mahomes for all the stuff he's doing, playing the game that way.
I know there was a moment in fairly recent NFL history where some teams got in trouble for this. What I'm telling my guys is, guys, they're going to throw that flag anyway. Make sure you get your money's worth.
Oh, you don't know the phrase? First 15 is on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to throw it even if you don't hit him.
Then hit him. Then hit him. Go ahead and hit him.
You know, I get what you're saying about the NFL is doing this to protect him. Blah, 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 blah.
These quarterbacks are taking advantage of it now.
You're going to get him killed.
Yes.
Because at some point, I'm going to get him I'm going to get 15 if I hit him or I don't. I might as well hit him.
If I put him to sleep, he's out, right?
Right.
Okay. Keep playing with me.
Yeah.
Keep sliding in there.
Why hasn't it happened yet?
What, hit him?
Because
you're still trying to win the game.
But let's say it's in the first quarter. The one on who's the linebacker? Anderson. The one on Anderson was not. The game was.
That's
early.
how I would coach it. But they called Greg Williams. They called him a grotesque. But that's how I would coach it. Go out there and just forget about the penalties. Go out there and drill him. If we get flagged, we'll back off from there. But you're trying to win a game. You're trying not to give him a first down. That's why.
Anyways, hit him.
Well, he's taking advantage of it.
Hit him. Yeah.
Now I am.
That little thing that you do where you're slowing down and you're trying to get near the sideline, and then at the last minute, I'm almost like asking you to shove me.
I'm going to bust your spleen now.
I'm going to knock you through the water coolers.
I'm going to bust your spleen, crack your sternum, make them call it. If you're going to call it, you're going to pay for it.
Because Mahomes is going to keep doing it until they call it.
And he's I can't stand that now. I mean, he's really making me hate him.
I mean, he's taking advantage of the rules that are in favor of him. And so
and
it's
Jalen
smart.
Hurts. Jalen Hurts gets the benefit of sliding on a run play?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Do you guys think the Chiefs-Bills is going to be anything different than what we've seen the past couple of years when they match up against each other? I feel like it's just going to be the Chiefs again. And the Bills going to have a heartbreaking loss. It almost makes me like, I already know what's going to happen.
This is his year. This is going to be, if he gets past Lamar, and he did, I think he beats the Chiefs.
You're saying that because you want to be right about the Chiefs, or you think they're going to beat them?
No,
they didn't look great last night. They were good.
Everybody has that thing out there, that nemesis, and if you get over it, nobody's beating you. Like we said this with the Rams beat Philadelphia, nobody's beating them. He got past Lamar. He ended the MVP debate, at least in his own mind. I don't think Kansas City beats him. I think he goes in there and wins. This is his year.
I'm going to be rooting for him.
Yeah.
I'm going to be rooting for the Bills because I'm done with Kansas City, but
they're not a juggernaut.
They're not, but they
look, just win. I know.
Here's what it is.
Yeah.
They've played 17 games that they've tried to win. They've won 16 of them.
Yep.
Now, the one that they didn't win was against Buffalo. But it was in Buffalo, and it almost felt like the Chiefs were like, yeah, whatever. We're good. We'll keep going. Kelsey looked rejuvenated.
Yeah.
Mahomes is Mahomes. Reed's Reed. Defense is pretty darn good.
Not Spags is awesome.
At home.
Yeah.
Refs. There's a lot you're going to have to do.
Here comes Josh Allen. The one guy the one quarterback that changes the math more than others.
He's great.
Yes.
I'm going to have to see Patrick Mahomes at home before I believe he's going to lose.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I would just, yes, I think Josh Allen beats him this year.
Hot and cold coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Wildfires, obviously, what we've had going on lately is just awful and terrifying and sad. And Next Gen wants to make sure that the Los Angeles community is committed to helping protect your home and your loved ones. And Next Gen is dedicated to exactly that, safeguarding our families, employees, and homes during these challenging times. And obviously at Next Gen, they care about your family's comfort and health. That's why they're offering a free standard 1-inch air filter to homeowners with an existing heating or AC unit to improve the indoor air quality and airflow for free. So if you've been thinking about making the call, call NextGen, 833-3NEXTGen. We're talking about 5-star service above and beyond to exceed all of your expectations. I can speak to it firsthand. The guys that come out are extraordinarily helpful, extraordinarily knowledgeable, and they're there to make sure that you get exactly what you want. It's your one-stop shop for all your heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical needs. So do not wait. 833-3NEXTGen. That's 833-3NEXGEN or nextgenairandplumbing.com to schedule your appointment online.
On this day, we remember the message.
With the devastating fires that have struck Southern California, there are options for you if you're dealing with food insecurity. It is the LA Regional Food Bank. You can go to lafoodbank.org/fire. We are also looking for collections from you. All kinds of stuff needed for people that are dealing with the fire right now. Please join us in helping our friends and neighbors who are dealing with this tragedy.
For 60 months on the Hyundai Tucson. See your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end January 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
This is the Rams Report. Here's Travis Rogers.
The 2024 season for the Los Angeles Rams comes to an end in the divisional round of the NFC playoffs after a 28-22 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles in the snow. The Rams put up an amazing fight, had a chance to win the game at the end. Down 6, they get the ball back with about 2 minutes to go, and Matthew Stafford at quarterback unable to get that final touchdown, in large part because they fell behind again to Saquon Barkley and the Eagle rushing attack. Saquon Barkley, who had 255 yards against the Rams in Week 12, put another 205 on them, including a pair of touchdowns, a 78-yarder and a 62-yarder as well. Matthew Stafford, of course, the big question, will he be back in 2025? If not, the final game in a Rams uniform for him, 26 of 44, 324 yards, and a pair of touchdowns. Rams lose in Philly 28-22. With today's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
That's today's Rams Report on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
Want to have more fun watching the NBA? Try playing daily fantasy basketball on Sleeper Picks. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. And now, Sleeper has a special offer. New users just have to play $5 to get $55 in free entries. Just download the Sleeper app today and use code COURT, and get $55 in free entries when you play $5. That's code COURT. Must be at least 18 years old. Promo code, location, and other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit, $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
Finding the right employee for your company is tough. One wrong hire can be a major setback. You're not alone if you face this. A recent survey by Robert Half shows nearly half of hiring managers readily admit to making a bad hire. Luckily, there's a solution. With Robert Half's specialized recruiter's experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can have the right skilled professional in place quickly. We understand what it takes to build winning teams because at Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
And it is the Travis and DeMarco Show on this Monday on Michelob Ultra. Reaction Monday, Michelob Ultra. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Just like you enjoy Travis and DeMarco on 710 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, and, of course, on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. We continue on this MLK Day on 710. As you know, we've welcomed the new partner here at 710 ESPN, NextGen. NextGen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week.
'Cause you're hot and you're cold.
Who's hot? Who's Cold, thanks to Next Gen. Boy, time for Who's Hot, Who's Cold. Take it away, Producer M.
All right, I'm gonna take it as what is popular right now. So what's hot, what's popular is people thinking they're above cold. Okay, so at the Bills game, above temperature cold.
Okay.
Thinking that they're above, I don't get cold. No, we all get cold. We're human beings. There's some people that can deal with it better than others, but we all get cold. So there's Mac Hollins, the Bills, who always walks barefoot into every game, and he decided to dress in like trunks, like swim trunks, and an open shirt and like a straw hat, as if he was going to the beach. And he was wearing bare feet walking into the Buffalo Bills stadium yesterday.
It's a mindset.
And then there's also Ryan Fitzpatrick before the game to hype up the Bills crowd because he's a Bills fan favorite. He got out on the mic and he like took his shirt off and started like rubbing his chest hairs and it's like just hyping up the crowd, okay? Because he likes to be out there, enjoying the Buffalo weather.
What are you doing, Fitz?
But I think in the end,
he's Harvard.
Right.
Let's stop pretending that it's not cold outside. You're all cold. I don't like it when people do this.
You said it a second ago, DeMarco, like it's a mindset, and maybe you can trick yourself.
Aren't you tricking yourself with Topo Chico?
Maybe.
Yeah.
You're fair. Good point.
Right.
I am an unabashed West Coast weather
Big
softy.
time. Yep.
I am proud to have lived in a place where the sun is always shining, and I'm Midwestern and East. I don't care, dude. It's cold out. Once it's below 65 degrees, it's officially cold.
It is.
But
there are some people that are built different. They just don't feel cold like we do.
I'm not one of them.
Yeah, me either. Me either. You know, Kurt Warner's big on this. He's been beating the drum about this. Football should be played in neutral weather.
I've heard that.
To disagree.
I've heard that. But if you're in a place like Buffalo or Philadelphia or Baltimore or Cincinnati, one of the reasons you can get people to play really hard during the regular season is home field advantage. If a team like the Rams or the Chargers or something like that has to go play in Baltimore or Philadelphia, that's a disadvantage.
I don't know what his answers are, but he makes a good point. You just can't replicate going to snow if you're from here.
Yeah.
So it gives the other team an advantage. But yeah, some people are just built, man. They did it in Philadelphia. As soon as it got cold, when it was at its worst, they took their clothes off. Like
and
you're doing this backwards. Yeah.
They all have hypothermia later on because cold does get to you.
The last dude I saw, he was feeling no pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. None. No pain whatsoever. Yes.
I'll take 75 and sunny, thank you.
Heartbeat.
And they would too. They just haven't experienced it. So what's cold is the College Football National Championship tonight. So
it's not over yet?
It's going to happen
Believe it or not.
at 4 p.m. tonight or 4:30 p.m.
I thought
tonight.
Notre Dame won it. No.
And maybe it's because it's the middle of the NFL playoffs, but
it's not
I feel
college
like
football season anymore.
There's less
this
juice.
This is the pros.
Yeah. It's college football. Look, I like the tournament. I still liked it better without the tournament.
And this is a good matchup. It's called Ohio State Notre Dame.
Blue Bloods, great matchup. You know, you're gonna get whoever wins this thing is going to be a deserving champion. Start the season. I know you're going to play some games in some scorching hot weather if you start in the middle of August. I get that you move it up. College football needs to be over by New Year's Day or very close to it. This is not college football season. It's almost February.
I also feel like I barely know these players. I barely know the personalities of like Will Howard and Riley Leonard.
Yeah,
like,
amen to you, DeMar.
Exactly. So there's less attachment to it. So it's almost like college basketball.
So you guys watch football for the spectacle of it, and you like to see football played at its best, its highest level.
Yeah.
So how do you compete with what you just saw in the playoffs and then go back to college?
That's interesting. I think part of what makes college football slightly different than what you're talking about is the pageantry of college football. The bula bula.
Okay.
Yeah, that there is.
That's fair.
There's more bula bula. Do I have that right?
Yeah,
there's more bula bula in college than there is in the NFL. The NFL is professional football.
Some stuff, like you said, Mark Andrews, you should catch that.
Yeah.
You know, things that should happen on a football field. Yeah. When you see them played at its highest level, then you're going back a step to watch college football.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
But bands, it's not college football season anymore. We're too deep into the year.
It should be done before now.
Yeah. Like the college football has the regular season, which is great. Maybe there's a conference championship, which can be very exciting. And then
bowl games. And
let's knock these bowl games out real quick. And again, Ohio State's going to have to win 4 playoff games. That's a lot.
And it's only getting deeper. The NFL may go to 18 games soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better have this done before.
college football needs to start sooner. I'm not saying I understand you never roll it back. You're never playing fewer games. I know that's not an option, so let's start sooner.
Can we get back to the college champion playing like the NFL All-Stars? Wouldn't that be fun?
How long ago? I know they used to do it, but is that like from the 40s?
We weren't born then.
Yeah, that's like a relic, black and white TV, right?
Yes, take the college national champion and play a select group of NFL All-Stars.
The NFL All-Stars would kill them.
You think so?
Kill them.
Me too. But I'd love to see it, though.
Kill them. Who was the worst
team?
team?
It ended in 1976, by the way.
It's 76. Okay.
Who's the worst team in football this year? Was it Tennessee? They get the number one pick?
They got the number one pick, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Tennessee. Who's the best?
Carolina.
Ohio State's probably going to win tonight. Let's just say Ohio State. Tennessee goes to play Ohio State. They beat them by 80 points.
I would love to see it.
They beat them by 80 points.
I would love to see it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be shocked if Ohio State won that game? What would it say
I don't think
about,
they could.
But
I
if
think
they
it's a
did,
mismatch.
Or if it was even close, what would happen?
It would mean that Tennessee's dreadful. But most of the guys on Ohio State are going to play in the NFL.
Yeah.
All the guys in the Tennessee
They're already
Titans,
there.
They're in the NFL.
The best of the best.
And have been there.
Yeah, and have been there. They're NFL players.
It wouldn't be a Pro Bowl. At least you get a real game out of it.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
By the way, I saw a shirt that was going. So Dennis Dodd, who reports on the college football for CBS, posted a picture of people having Catholics versus draft picks. I know it's a play on the Catholics versus convicts, but yeah.
Here we go again.
Who are you rooting for tonight?
Notre Dame.
Me too.
I like Freeman. I like Marcus Freeman.
I want Notre Dame to win because I don't want Ohio State to win. I think Ohio State's the better team. I think Ohio State's going to win, but Notre Dame winning this. Plus, I don't know. I like stories. Notre Dame winning the first ever college football playoff. That sounds right. Feels right. They haven't won a title in forever.
Sounds very right, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And if Ohio State wins, that brings Michigan back into it. I'm sick of them, too.
Yeah, they can go pound sand. Game day coverage powered by NextGen, the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3-NEXTGen. That's 833-3-NEXGEN to snag their $88 drain cleaning special today. The Dump coming up next is Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
After a long 5-game, 10-day road trip, the Kings finally return home to Crypto.com Arena.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Sylmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Sylmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, you know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, inside Crypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
753-8736 or BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason in Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
There is National Rubber Ducky Day. I was never, my mom never bought us
ducky,
the little rubber duckies. But did you guys, when you were little?
So much fun.
Did you guys
rubber ducky,
bake with
I'm
a rubber
awfully
ducky?
fond of you.
I didn't know we were going to get a full serenade.
Me neither, but I love it.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason in Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
Rubber ducky.
Happy 94th birthday to Buzz Aldrin. Buzz is the second man to have walked on the moon.
One small step for man.
One giant leap for mankind. That was Neil Armstrong. This is Buzz Aldrin.
I'm sorry. Buzz was the first.
But Buzz was second.
What did Buzz do?
Buzz was second.
Buzz was the second guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
okay.
also
One of them dudes is up there.
Yeah.
What they modeled Buzz Lightyear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yes. And there's a great, this is probably 20 years old at this point. So if Buzz turns 94 today, this is when he was in his mid-70s. There's a video where one of those guys that thinks the moon landing is a hoax tells Buzz Aldrin that he believes, and Buzz at 74 lays a beating on him.
Goes off.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
He was also on 30 Rock.
Buzz Aldrin was?
He himself was on 30 Rock, and he yelled at the moon with Tina Fey as Liz Lemon. Yeah, it was great.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
That's like the most exclusive club in human history.
To be on the moon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Like presidents, I think there's only 8 or 9 guys.
Yeah. The space race was it for a while. Yes.
Yeah. Would you go if all of a sudden there was a way you could go, take a trip, and it wasn't $20 billion. You could spend.
Thought about that.
You could spend $20,000 to fly up there and walk on the moon. Would you do it?
Some dudes, a guy I played with wants to do it, and he tried to talk me into it. I might consider it.
Yeah, I'm
but
good.
You know what talked me out of it? The submarine. The one that went under. Yeah, I'm good.
Was it the fact that the submarine was controlled by a Nintendo
Xbox
controller?
Yeah,
is that part of the reason?
And the fact that they didn't come back from that. No.
Okay, let's say an accident had never happened. Okay?
I might consider it.
And you get into that submarine, and the captain has an Xbox controller as his entire operating system. I'm getting out of that.
We would
tin
never
can.
submerge. We would
right.
never go. Not with me in it.
You're going to drive it with that? Yeah, we do it every day. It's fine. Nope, I'm done.
Nope.
I'm done. Look, I'm not.
Nope.
I got to be careful here. That's on them. That's on them.
That's insensitive.
I know it is, but it's also true.
Yeah, that's true. If you saw it.
If you got in my car and I was steering it with an Xbox controller, would you like that?
We're not going to ride together. They have things called Uber.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But I would go to space if I could. I would.
I think I'm good.
Who's the rich guy that's doing it?
Well, they all are. Bezos, Branson, and
that's the guy.
And Musk. They all got the 3 Virgin Space, SpaceX, and
Virgin Space,
Blue Horizon.
Virgin Space is Branson. That's the guy with the cool hair.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'd go with him.
Yeah.
Why him? Why not? Elon Musk's
cool
rockets work.
He's got cool hair though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was a hair-related
thing.
decision. Happy 58th to Rainn Wilson, who of course was Dwight on The Office.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'm not up on my Office.
You're not an Office guy?
No.
Okay.
No, I've watched some. Which one is Rainn? Is that the guy with the glasses?
Yes.
The funny guy.
They're all the funny guy. He was the one that was kind of like a lunatic.
Yeah.
He's Dwight Schrute. He's the farmer.
Yeah.
The funny guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great character.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a good actor too. He shows up in other stuff.
Has he been in other stuff?
A few things. Yeah. Not as much as probably he would want to.
Yeah.
They also tried to backdoor pilot in a new The Farm. And didn't really work out, so they made it into an episode of The Office. It was supposed to be about him
running the beats.
Yeah.
So obviously, Steve Carell is the most famous. Who's next?
Krasinski,
and then
Jenna Fisher,
Mindy Kaling.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's done way more than Jenna has.
She had her own show.
She did.
Yeah. Mindy
okay. Yeah. That would be third. Okay.
I think Jenna Fisher should get the nod.
I think you would think that.
Has she been in other stuff?
Yeah, she's been in movies. She's been in other TV shows.
Yeah.
That other TV show she had where she was the divorcee.
Mm-hmm.
I like that show.
Okay.
She also they did the Office Ladies podcast with her and her.
I wanted to like that so bad, Em.
I love that show, but I get it.
Emily loves it. I like The Office a lot.
Yeah.
And I love Jenna Fisher. That podcast is not for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Breaking Bad premiered on this day in 2008.
Wow.
Short list of great TV shows of all time.
Did you start from the beginning with Breaking Bad? Or
No,
did somebody
I got
tell
to it
you
late.
and you get me too?
Got to it late.
I came into it like a season and a half in.
I came into it 10 years after it was over.
Oh, 10 years.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to watch this now. It's a great show.
So I was a young person when this ended. I was still in high school. I put 4 posts on my Instagram about the finale of Breaking Bad, of just like me taking selfies and being like, oh my God, that was so crazy. I have a poster of Walter White in my childhood bedroom.
Nice.
I was obsessed with Breaking Bad. And also, this is my like peak era of TV for me, because it was like all the best comedies that formed me. So it's like The Office, Parks and Rec, Community, and 30 Rock. And then it was also Mad Men and Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones all coming out. Crazy time.
Wow.
Breaking Bad is my favorite, though.
I didn't watch Breaking Bad from beginning to end until 3-4 years ago.
Okay, and you binged it.
Oh, well, my youngest son, Michael, started to watch it, and it was on, and I would catch bits and pieces, and I'm like, this looks really good.
Really good.
So I went back and started it over, and it's just...
Ozymandias is one of the best episodes of TV ever.
It's great bad guys, great good guys.
The other guy's name is Jesse, right?
Jesse Pinkman.
Jesse Pinkman.
Walter White.
His arc in that whole thing.
Did you ever see El Camino?
Yes.
Yeah, I liked
but
it.
the finale of the show, I don't think I've ever yelled so loud in my life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great.
That was
great
cool.
show.
Yes.
Today was the premiere not only of Breaking Bad, but of Dawson's Creek. Not quite on the same level. A little bit of a different tone
Launched
than
some
Breaking
careers.
Bad.
I don't
Michelle
want
Williams,
your
Katie
life.
Holmes.
I'm going to say not as good.
Not as good.
You're going to step out onto that limb, Mace? You sure?
I'm going to step out.
You sure? What about High School Musical, which premiered on the Disney Channel?
I've heard
on
you
this
talk
day?
about High School Musical.
I've seen it a lot.
Who was it?
Never saw it.
Kelly.
Kelly watched it.
Yeah,
all the time,
Kelly
right?
was. She used to have parties, sleepovers,
We're
and it was
all
High School
in
Musical
this
themed.
together.
Yeah, I don't know it.
Yeah,
I
is
know
that
Zac
Zac Efron?
Efron's in
Yeah,
it.
it's him.
Zac Efron,
Okay.
Vanessa Hudgens, the blonde lady. Don't tell me her name.
Ashley.
Tisdale.
Yep.
Yeah.
No idea.
You know what? I started watching kind of at Juan's request and at Emily's request. Traitors, I started watching last night.
Heck yes.
What's the review?
It's actually kind of fun.
You like
Zac
it?
Efron's brother is in it.
Dylan.
I don't recognize any other person.
Do you watch Survivor?
No, I don't watch
Okay.
Survivor.
No.
I don't watch Big Brother. I
Yeah.
don't watch Housewives.
Do you know Bob?
I know he's Bob the drag queen, but
Okay.
beyond that, I know nothing else.
my
Bob the
gosh.
drag queen.
Yeah.
Didn't know
I
that.
love it.
This
He's
is a
from-
foreign language to me
He's
right
from
now.
RuPaul's show, I
Yes,
think.
RuPaul's Drag Race. Yeah.
RuPaul
again-
was on Hollywood Squares last night after the after the football game.
Is Nate Burleson the host?
He was.
Yeah, my mom
Nate
loves
Burleson.
Nate Burleson. She
God.
loves Nate Burleson.
I recognized
Nate.
RuPaul.
Great
Yep.
guy.
I recognized Drew Barrymore.
Barrymore.
And forgive me, I'm blanking
I
on her
think
name.
Carson-
Julie Bowen
Wasn't
from Modern
Carson
Family.
Kressley-
He was on there too. I don't know who that is. Who is
he
that?
the center square? He's from Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
Okay.
Oh,
I
okay.
recognize his face, but I didn't know.
Is he the
who
center square?
he
Is he
Anthony?
like Paul Lynde?
Big Nate.
Who from Queer Eye?
Paul Lid. That's
Carson Kressley?
Oh, from the original Queer Eye.
From the
Yeah,
original
yeah.
one, yeah. From the original.
I don't remember where he was. I want to say Drew Barrymore was in the middle.
Drew
But
Barrymore.
I could
think
be
that's
wrong.
right.
Yeah. I think she was.
Because
in
somebody's got to be like the Paul Lynde guy,
Yeah.
right?
Paul
Was
Lynde.
Paul Lynde
my
center
God,
square?
Paul Lynde.
I think
Paul
he-
Lynde.
always.
Paul
Was he
Lynde.
always
center
center
square?
Yes.
Center square, yeah. And he
Wow.
always had the best lines. By the way, that show is also, I mean, at least back in the day, was heavily written.
From what the.
By the way, this is the third iteration of it. Does people even remember the second one?
John Davidson was the host. Peter Marshall
then
was
it's
the
the
original
fourth.
host. Then there was a John Davidson.
Yeah, there was a Tom Berenger one for several
Tom
years.
Berenger?
Oh, now that you mention that, yeah.
Berenger.
Yeah.
Tom Berenger did that show.
Wait a minute,
As
is it
the
really
host?
Tom
Yeah.
Berenger?
Yeah,
or
the
is
guy
it,
from Dancing with the Stars.
that's Tom Bergeron.
Bergeron. Tom Bergeron's
Tom-
the actor.
You
I
are
thought
correct.
Tom
Tom
Berenger from
Tom-
The Big Chill.
No, Tom. Yeah, and Tom Berenger's from the Big Chill and from Major League.
Yes.
By the way,
He's Jake,
and
the
Platoon.
catcher. Jake.
Yeah, that would have been a weird left career.
Yes.
I would have watched
So
that.
wait a minute.
Yeah.
I would have watched
The
Jake.
Tom Berenger one? Yeah.
Jake
Right.
Taylor as the host of the
Oh my
Hollywood
God.
Squares
Yeah.
would have been
Sergeant Barnes.
great. Supercross Talk coming up next.
Oh my God.
Today,
I still have a dream.
we celebrate
This nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed.
the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King
We
Jr.
hold these truths to be self-evident, that all all men are created equal.
ESPN LA 710.
Hey, it's DeMarco. I know a thing or two about Super Bowls. I've been there, won that. If you want to experience the big game like a pro, Absolute Sport has you covered. From premium tickets to exclusive parties to first-class accommodations, their Super Bowl packages are the MVP of the fan experience. Don't sit on the sidelines. Be a part of the action. Go to us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport to lock in your spot. Absolute Sport, it's how champions watch the Super Bowl.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Hey guys, it's Cap. So you get this letter from the Department of Water and Power with two big bold words, high usage. And you don't really know what to do about it, but you kind of have an idea of who you can blame. So you go knock on your daughter's door and you go, hey, would you stop showering for 45 minutes twice a day? And then you go to your son and say, would you please stop washing your car 3 times a week? And then you continue with your life until you get another one of these beautiful letters that says high usage on it. This is where the Water Boy comes in. The Water Boy specializes in pressurized leak detection. All they do, day in and day out, is go to homes and find leaks. Their state-of-the-art equipment allows them to visually and acoustically inspect your pipes to find that stubborn leak that's constantly flowing. It can be anything from a failing toilet to a burst pipe in your slab. You don't even know it existed. They have ample amounts of experience from water damage restoration to general construction and plumbing that, when combined, allows them to master the art of leak detection. They do non-destructive leak detections, which means they're not going to open or damage the structure of your home. Their equipment is advanced enough to listen to the exposed surfaces and indicate where the leak is occurring. They are widely used by homeowners, property managers, and even realtors to inspect pressurized water systems to make sure they're intact and functioning with no leaks. Call Omer at the Waterboy Leak Detection today, 818-518-5055. Visit thewaterboyinc.com. That's the Waterboy Leak Detection at 818-518-5055. Talk to Omer. He's going to take good care of you at the Waterboy. Visit thewaterboyinc.com.
In tough times, no one stands alone. The recent wildfires have deeply impacted our LA community, leaving many of our neighbors facing unimaginable hardship. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, or just need someone to talk to, hope is just a call away. Call the LA County Department of Mental Health's 24/7 helpline at 1-800-854-7771 for free emotional support, service referrals, or crisis counseling, or visit dmh.lacounty.gov/gethelpnow/. We're in this together, LA. Stay strong.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Yeah. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I was telling DeMarco, it's a weird deal because it's hard to argue there wasn't a successful season where they started, where they ended up.
Sure.
You'd have said, hey, Matthew Stafford's got 2 minutes, touchdown wins you the game. You want it?
Sign me up.
I'll take it.
Sign me up.
I'll take it a step further. I was absolutely convinced they were going to win.
I was too.
When Puka caught that pass and put him in the red zone.
I
thought, I can't believe they're going to pull this off again.
I thought so too, and I thought they're going to pull it off. And
they missed it by one Bo Limmer block.
They missed it by that. They missed it. They fumbled twice. They gave up 3 monster runs.
But you saw the video Orlovsky sent out.
But
Tyler Higbee was
wide
open in the middle of the field.
When Carter had the sack.
When Carter got the sack. Yeah. But one of those plays goes a different way. It's not like everything went right and you came up a little short.
I thought when they had
they came up a little short and a lot went wrong.
I thought when they had the safety, they were gonna cash in.
They immediately gave it back though. They had a fumble right when they got the ball back. They fumbled it right back.
Then Matthew Stafford misplayed that ball, lost the ball, and the ball. The Eagles put it on the carpet a couple of times too. It just bounced their way.
They didn't get it.
So I used to do a radio show. I've told the story before, but I used to do a radio show with Jim Mora the coach of the Saints and the Colts, not young Jim, but older
Right.
Jim, who is just a great
Playoff Jim.
He's just a great guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I learned more about NFL football in the 3 years I did this, and I just did it once a week on Sundays. Maura, Billy Ray Smith, and I did the mornings, and then Mace and Jim Lampley came in and did the afternoons for NFL Sunday.
Great.
For 3 years.
What a great time.
And it was a national show, and we had people at every game, and it
was fun to
all
do.
we did, we got paid to watch games, and it was either me or Mason there for 8 hours.
We were doing like basically radio red zone.
Right.
Oh,
and,
okay.
And
Nice.
so Maura would, during the commercials, he would just beat stuff into me. And the one thing he said, if you remember nothing else of our time working together, he goes, what decides football games more than anything else? And I went, the quarterback?
Turnovers.
And he said, it's turnovers.
Yeah.
He said, if you gave me a sheet and it didn't have the score on it, I only need to look at one line. And if one team has substantially more turnovers than the other, they're not winning.
Look at Detroit.
Chances are.
Yeah.
Detroit turned it over 5 times against the Commanders, and they're out.
So
one
to
and
your
done.
to
You
your
almost
point,
beat it. Yeah.
to your point, Trav, the Rams probably didn't deserve to win because they turned it over more than the Eagles
They
did.
turned it over.
But I still thought they were going to do
I
it.
did
You
too.
almost beat it.
I thought they were good. And by the way, I thought the game was over after Philly scored. I'm
Everybody
like,
did.
Screw it.
When Saquon had
busted the second run.
second long one, you're like, all right, that's that.
Then they
But
rattled right down
they
the field.
scored so quickly, and they still had 3 timeouts, and you're like, and they're on the right side of the 2-minute warning. So basically, they get 4 stops of that clock. If they can get out of here, they got it right. They had not only time, a decent amount of time. That wasn't a desperation. You could be
they
pretty
had
methodical.
lots of time to do it. Yeah.
And remember, I came in here last week and I said, wow, the Rams had 9 sacks. They won't get that many against the Eagles.
7.
They almost did.
7.
And by the way, I heard you talking about this, DeMarco. All those guys are coming back.
Future is
all those
so
defensive
bright.
guys are coming back.
You have to find a way to make sure that Matthew Stafford's
I
on this
want
team
Stafford.
again next
I
year.
want Stafford
You
to come back.
have
Gotta
to.
get Stafford
He's
back.
the
Is
number
there-
one
wanted to see how he
priority.
ended.
I
I wanted
don't-
to see how he went out.
I don't know if
Yeah.
there's another side to that. I mean, the only thing would be if he walked away.
The
No,
money.
money.
Right.
The money.
Right, but I would pay him.
I would
Hey,
too.
they're $59 million
How
under the
much?
salary cap as of this moment.
I would too, but
How much?
I think if they would have lost to they played in the first round, the Vikings.
Yeah.
If they would have lost to the Vikings, I don't think Matthew Stafford's on this team next year. But what happened. I think he has to be on this team because of the defense.
yes.
Because you don't just have a good defense, you might have a special defense.
Very
the
special.
Verse, Turner, Fisk, Young, those guys.
Not
are-
exaggerating, potentially the
Shula,
best defensive line in football
Pleasant.
next
Yeah.
year.
Say that again,
And,
DeMarco.
and one of the lowest paid.
Pleasant.
Yes.
You got to bring everybody back.
Bring them
on
all
that group.
back. Pace.
Yes.
Run it again.
Yes.
Try to find another weapon
you're-
offensively.
and
I
you're
think.
cheap.
You know,
I
I
think
was-
the odd man out is Kupp.
Yeah, no question.
I think
I think
Kupp.
so.
It's at that price. It's
Unless
he's
unless
gone.
he takes a pay cut.
Yeah.
A big pay cut.
I was thinking about, DeMarco, when I was watching just the snow and the elements and everything else. That's why the regular season matters, is when you get home field. Because I think if that game's at SoFi, the Rams win.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. You want to keep it
And-
out there.
But
There's this big
that's
gr-
what the
yeah.
Eagles earned.
There's this
you
big
know?
groundswell of trying to keep games out of weather, and I don't know how
I
you
think
do that.
I want the opposite. I hate domes. I don't like it that Detroit plays in a dome.
The argument for indoor football in the postseason is that everybody is at their best. Everybody's on equal footing. There are no wild cards. It's a reason they put the Super Bowl inside almost every time, or in
Right.
California, that the elements should not decide the game. I'm with you. Snow game looks great on TV.
Yep.
It's fun to watch.
did look great.
And Philadelphia, Baltimore, Cincinnati, these Buffalo. If you win the regular season, that's a huge reward.
Yep, right.
And if you're
It's a
Los
huge
Angeles
advantage.
or one of these teams, Arizona, whoever, you don't. Your advantage is you don't have to step
Yeah.
foot in there. You get to have it in
I
your
Now,
backyard.
you were there, DeMarco.
Yeah.
That in the first half when that kicked up, that was sleet, right? I mean, that wasn't snow
Second half.
or rain. Or
Yeah.
second half. That was
Yeah.
sleet when it was coming
Wintry
down.
That's
mix.
what you call that.
Yeah,
It's not
sleet.
snow. It's little ice
It's
cubes.
in
It's
between.
just it's in
Yeah.
between hail and snow.
It was
Yeah.
weird. Yeah, nothing was pulling
By the way,
up on
nobody
me.
on the broadcast
Yeah.
had the word sleet in their vocabulary
It
yesterday.
didn't
I'm like,
come up.
sleet.
Yeah.
Sleet.
Thank you.
Well, you got sleet,
I
right? You
lived
know
in
sleet.
Exactly.
Californians
sleet.
don't do sleet.
No, we
I
don't
don't
do
know.
sleet
It's
at
either
all.
snowing or raining or nothing.
No.
Sleep's
Yeah.
a guy in the corner.
It looked miserable. It looked absolutely miserable. Had you gone to Intuit until last night?
No.
What do you think?
I didn't like it as much as others have liked it.
Really?
Okay.
What did
Yeah.
you not like?
Yeah.
Part of it is that, and this happens a lot with new arenas, happened in Sacramento. They obviously forgot where they're going to put broadcasters and put them in after the fact.
Oh, yeah.
So we're way up high
Okay.
with very limited space. So my experience is going to be different than a fan. Like, Mace, you went to a concert and you thought it was great.
I thought it was amazing.
You liked it.
Yeah, it's
I thought
fun.
it was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I think the scoreboard thing is just like game changer. I think the day will come where every football stadium and every basketball arena is going to have that big Oculus
That thing?
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, honestly.
Will we live to see it?
Yes. Well,
we'll live to see some of them.
Some of
Yeah.
it,
Some
yeah,
of
no
them,
doubt.
yeah.
What was the split? Laker fans, Clipper fans.
60-40 Clippers, probably.
Okay.
But it was close.
Yeah.
How was the wall?
I like the wall. I think that's a good idea.
think the
And a
wall
matter of
is
fact,
smart,
so
yeah.
I started talking to the usher at the wall. I said, okay, man, what happens if I show up? Let's role play here for a second. I show up wearing a Lakers sweatshirt and I go sit in the wall.
They wouldn't let you in.
What do you do? And he goes, I politely walk up to you and I say, sir, can I see your ticket, please?
Ah.
And if you show me the ticket and you're in the wall, I say, I am so sorry, but we have a rule here that if you sit in this one particular section, you cannot wear the opposing team's gear. But I have 3 options for you. 1, if you have an undershirt on, you can just take your sweatshirt off. 2, if you don't, I can give you a sweatshirt free of cost and you can stay in this section, but it's going to be a Clippers sweatshirt. Or 3, we'll just move you to a seat nearby. And I said, how many people have come back at you and told you to F off? And he said, 0 so far. He said, but part of it is I worked 4 years at Disneyland and 3 at Knott's Berry Farm, and I'm very well schooled in customer relations.
He knows how to do it.
And I was so
de-escalation.
I was so impressed with this guy that and just the way his demeanor and the way he carried himself that I thought, you know what, this is going to work. This wall thing is going to work, and they can. You know what it makes? It reminded me of that thing you and Bergman did, the 32-52.
Oh, 32-52, yeah.
At the soccer game, it reminds me of that. Like during the game, they're all doing cheers there, and it's starting to work because their opposing teams, when they shoot free throws into the wall, are shooting 72%.
Wow.
If they were a team, that would be the second worst free throw percentage in the NBA.
Wow.
So it's working. I say, good idea. Hats off to the Clippers for coming up with that.
That would be next level petty, though. Buy up all those seats.
Like if you're
Laker
an
fans.
opposing fan?
They're all season tickets.
Oh, really?
Oh, they are.
That would be.
And you had to jump through hoops to
Right,
get
and you
them.
have to fill out an application.
Yeah,
You have
I was
to
gonna say,
apply.
is there
Oh,
something?
do you really?
I know
Okay.
we don't have like actual tickets anymore; they're all digital.
Right.
But is there something that if you buy a ticket in this section, you agree to these parameters?
Yes.
There
and,
is.
Sure there is,
and
yeah.
you cannot just go on StubHub and buy one. They're only season it's 50 rows, 51, and it's all season ticket holders. And as part of your condition, if you're not going to a game, you're supposed to sell your tickets back to the Clippers. They'll give you your full
They'll
full
buy 'em back.
price. Yeah, but then they control it. So
pretty
if it
cool.
works,
Yeah.
I think more teams are going to try it.
I think 50 Cent did that to
I
Ja
want
Rule
to see
once.
the building. I still haven't
Yeah.
got a chance.
No,
to
I
see
think
the
you
building.
will. I think
You'll
you will
love it.
enjoy it.
It's great.
It like is happening in a lot of places. They're moving the announcers way up high, which I've accepted.
Yeah.
But this was very difficult for us to do our job.
You're calling the game from up?
Way up.
Way up. How do you call
And
a game
I
from
would
up
say
Do you call it more off the monitor than you do with your eyes?
no. I could call it from my eyes, but the space was so limited that you can't bring anything with you. You can't get up and move. You can't.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for people like Stu and Michael who are, Stu's 6'5",
yeah.
Michael's 6'9".
Yeah.
It's just hard.
It's like you on the airplane.
What?
These big man problems.
Big man, I wanted those pretzels so bad. They didn't serve us pretzels. There was a bag of them up there, and I'm like, do I
really?
get up and go get them?
You could. Oh, that
Right.
required some effort on your part.
No, just
Yeah.
like I'd be the first guy to do it. I didn't want to be the first guy.
You had your inner fat guy wouldn't let you do it.
Oh my God, I wanted to. I was so hungry
yeah,
too.
it wasn't going to happen.
Does everybody think Ohio State wins tonight?
I'm rooting for Notre Dame.
I'm rooting for Notre Dame.
Dame too, but I don't think they're going to win.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we're all
Ohio
rooting for
State's
Notre
gonna
Dame.
win, but I'm rooting for Notre Dame. Yeah.
Ohio State has pounded their 3 opponents in this
Yes, they
tournament
have.
so far. I think they do it again
By
tonight.
the way, do you guys know where Marcus Freeman went to college?
Ohio State.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah. Super Crosstalks brought to you by In-N-Out. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is.